wants to have some fun.
I do.
Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bag.
One rule we got, we live by.
Some nights I call it
What happens in this room, what's said in this room, stays in this room.
My lips could build a castle.
Great moments
Some nights I wish
are
they
born
just fall
from great
off.
opportunity.
But I still
And that's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight.
That's still black ice. This is our pond.
What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore.
Shot save by Alex Hare. Norris picks it up at the center ice. Comes to the right side. Comes forehand backhand. Shoot scores!
Why don't we break the rules already?
Here's a one-timer shoot. Scores by Nick Rubley. Huskies win. Huskies win. The Huskies win in a shootout.
NIU Huskies hockey is on the air from Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva, Illinois. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans taking on your Northern Illinois Huskies. Welcome again, everybody. My name is Marcus Grossing alongside my broadcast colleagues Stephen Duffy, cameraman Dan Sanchez, and Kim Rona on the social media for tonight's game. First game in 2 weeks. We had our bye week last week coming off a split weekend against Eastern Illinois where we won 8-1 and then lost the second game 6-5. The Huskies are now 2-3-1 in their last 6 games leading up to their bye week when they had been on a roll up to that point. What do you think, Duffy, in your mind had changed from the beginning of season to their last 6 games?
I mean, I really think that just that trip down to Florida really rattled them, and they kind of made them second-guess themselves if they are a team that can really compete in the playoffs, which I really think they can. But I really think that that it kind of rattled them down in Florida. Again, beat 8-1 and 9-1 down there. So I think that what they need to do to get back to where they were is just is stay focused. You got to think that you're still a good team in the MACA Conference. I mean, you got ISU tomorrow, so those are 2 big conference games. This is a good game for them before those 2 games to kind of get their confidence back up if they can win this game pretty handily. They got Nick Bonnet starting in goal. Yep. They got a couple D3 players up with J.C. Weems and Jeremy Ballack. And I mean, you gotta hope that those T3 guys do good, and you gotta hope that Maher gets on the score sheet tonight, and you just gotta hope for that. So it's gonna be a good game tonight. I hope that Northern Illinois can win this pretty handily and get some confidence to this weekend against ISU. Yeah, and the other thing too that I think changed was the injuries. The last 6 games you've been without Cantillo with the concussion. Stetzinger with the shoulder issues, Pickett with the knee. Rzinski hasn't played since the Friday night game in Florida. When you don't have your big star, like the Blackhawks lost Jonathan Toews a couple years ago for about half the season, they just weren't the same team. You need your stars, and Justin Rzinski is the biggest star of this team. So, I mean, having him back tonight, he's going to be back tonight. That is going to be a big for them. And I got to think that he's going to have a big night tonight. We saw John Pounds here, Brian Pounds' brother. You got to think that Brian Pounds might have a big night with his brother here trying to show him something. So you got to expect these guys to kind of have a big night tonight. I would expect, just because of all these things that are coming into play, I'm going to expect them to score 6 or 7 goals tonight. And when you hear my interview with Coach Ronaldo, I kind of asked him, what do you think it did mentally and I mean, not only physically for these guys to get a week off, but mentally. So that's kind of a teaser for what he'll say. But you talk about the D3 guys that came up. J.C. Weems, who's the captain of the D3 team, leads with 14 points, 8 goals, 6 assists. And then Jeremy Bilecki has got 8 points, 2 goals, and 6 assists. And like Coach Ronaldo said, they have been really both coaches on both teams have been impressed with what these guys are doing. Yeah. They're only up for 1 game. Just to kind of see how they do in the fast-paced Division II, because D3 does play Northwestern tomorrow. So just in case, like, if we do have more injuries later in the season, then you can bring up Weems. You know that you don't lose anything if they bring up these D3 guys. So they like you said, it's a good look for them tonight. See if they can stay with the D2 guys. And it looks like Maher's pushing the nets off the ice. He's still in the street clothes, so I don't think Maher's going to play this week. I don't think he's injured. I think he's just a healthy scratch. That's not his brother?
No, that's Brandon.
Okay,
I talked to him.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, that's Brandon Maher.
Because they both look a lot the same. So.
Yeah, well, obviously they're twins.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But Cantillo went to the neurologist today. Not good news. It sounds like he's going to be out at least until we come back from Christmas break. So we probably won't see Cantillo until our games against Northern Michigan on January 10th and 11th. So a bad blow for the Huskies, especially for him because he battled concussion problems last year.
Yeah.
He only played in 5 or 6 games, I think, and he was out the rest of the year with concussion. So it's something where as much as he'd like to be on the ice, he has to just realize that he's got to take the time off, get ready. I know he still has the headaches. He's got medication for that, so we wish Cantillo nothing the best. I know he'll be up here watching the game from our vantage point tonight, so hopefully Cantillo gets better. Well, we're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll listen to our head coach, Chuck Ronaldo's interview that I had with him. We'll go over Duffy's keys to the game, starting lineups, puck drop, and national anthem. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night. Drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed,
680 to 90, 10-4.
could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear, or how about this tasty track?
I want to get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like it.
We have them all.
Lollipop, 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 lollipop.
Well, maybe not that. jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate. Guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to HamptonInn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn & Suites, the official hotel of NIU Hockey. Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
And we're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. We're going to try to get the entire interview with Coach Ronaldo. It's about a 5-minute interview, and we have about 4 minutes left here in the intermission. So we'll play as much as we can, and then we'll finish it up during the second period intermission, or first intermission report, if I can get that out. I talked to Coach about what they worked on in practice to prepare for tonight's game. Talked injuries, starting goalie, and what the week off did for the team as a whole. So this is the interview that I had with NIU D2 head coach Chuck Ronaldo. We're here with NIU D2 head coach Chuck Ronaldo. And guys, you had about 10 days off in between the set of games against Eastern and tonight's game against Cal State Fullerton. I'm sure that did wonders for your team. What do you think it did for them both mentally and physically to have about 10 days off?
It was a much needed break. Guys were banged up, guys were tired, and it was one of those things where we've had trouble putting a full weekend together, so it gave us some time to work on some extra things and just kind of do the Etch-a-Sketch and shake the brain a little bit, clear it up and start over. And today will be a good refresher for us. We get to kind of get our game legs back on before we head down to ISU. So hopefully it'll be good.
And you guys said you kind of shook things up, kind of going back to the basics in practice this week and last week. What did you guys work on practice specifically to get ready for Cal State?
Well, the first week before we had our weekend off, we didn't even bother with systems. It was just one of those things where you just got to get guys' legs going, get them fresh, get them just happy to be out there rather than worrying about X's and O's, worrying about where they're supposed to be. And even this week, up until last night, we didn't really worry about too much with systems. Just once again, want guys to worry about basics.
Yeah.
Scoring goals, catching passes, little things like that. Sometimes I think guys get caught up in thinking too much out there. And we're, one of our preparations for Cal State is just simply just do it, just work hard. Hard work will give you the results that you need, and then, we'll figure out the X's and O's as we go.
So basically the message of practice was keep it simple this week to get back on the right track, especially going against Illinois State on Friday and Saturday. Well, D3 isn't playing tonight. I know they play Northwestern tomorrow and Saturday. Are you guys going to bring up anybody to kind of get a look at and see how they do on the D2 level? And if so, what do you expect out of those players?
Yeah, we're bringing up 2 guys. We're going to bring up J.C. Weems and Jeremy Bilecki for the game today. It's a great opportunity to give them a chance to step up to the next level and show us what they can do. Those are 2 guys that we've been very impressed with when we've seen them playing at the D3 level. We've heard great reviews from their coaches, and now's the time. Now's the time to give them a shot. So we have high expectations. I think they'll do well. And
J.C. Weems has kind of been the captain of the D3 team. I think he leads the team with 14 points. What do you think has been the key for his success this year, and what's it going to add to your team to have that second and third kind of captain on the bench tonight?
Well, maturity and confidence, that's the biggest thing for Weems. Weems, when Weems is out there, he believes he can be the best guy out on the ice. He believes he's going to be the guy that can score the goal. And, he's got the maturity to understand every aspect of the game and do his best to execute. So to have a guy out there like that is going to be great for us, and it's going to be really good for him because it's a perfect time for him to shine.
Well, you guys had a few injuries. I know Pickett still was sore with the knee. Cantillo had a concussion. Stet's shoulder was bothering him. He got held out of practice in the games last weekend. So can you give us an update on if we'll see those guys tonight and how they're doing?
Yeah, we're going to see everybody but Cantillo. Stet's and Pickett will be somewhat on a limited fashion. We'll see how they do. We're dressing 7 defensemen for that reason, so we can rest guys if we need to. Rosinski's been banged up. This will be his first game back in literally almost 3 weeks because he got hurt in the first period of the Florida Gulf Coast Friday game. So, so he's been practicing really well. Everybody's practicing well. It's one thing to practice, another thing to play in a game when you're feeling contact and you're at that full pace. So we'll see how they handle it.
Well, tonight you guys welcome in the Cal State Fullerton Titans. They're ranked number 12 in their region. I think they have 5 local games against DePaul and other Illinois schools. But what have you seen out of them, or what can we expect out of the Titans tonight against the Huskies?
It's hard to tell not seeing a team and not knowing a team, outside of your region. But from what I do know about them and just from stats wise, I mean they're a hardworking team. They're a gritty team. They're not afraid to get in your face. They're not afraid to get penalties. And try to take you down with them. The other side is traditionally California teams, West Coast teams. Those guys have good hands, good composure with the puck. They're born roller hockey players, and in order to be a good roller hockey player, you have to have great hands. You have to be able to.
Well, that was most of the interview that I had with head coach Chuck Rinaldo. The last question I asked him of who's starting in goalie because Bonin had started the last 2 out of 3 games. Perillo got a start against Eastern. Hare hadn't played since Friday in Florida. It's going to be Nick Bonin. Coach said that he's earned the right to start. I mean, he only gave up 1 goal against Eastern and played really solid against Florida Gulf Coast. So Bonin's going to start tonight. He also went on to say that they are up in the air still as to who's going to start against Illinois State both tomorrow and Saturday. So Hare is a healthy scratch. Maher is a healthy scratch. Cantillo's up here with us, still suffering from the concussion-like symptoms. So both teams are on the ice. Time to get to Duffy's 3 keys of the game. Then we'll get to the anthem, starting lineups, and the puck drop.
Well, really quick, my 3 keys to the game has got to be number 1. The 2 D3 players coming up, I expect them to have pretty good games here. Hopefully they can have good games. J.C. Weems and Jeremy Ballack, and hopefully they have good games. Also, Justin Rosinski has a good game from his coming back from 3 weeks. So that's my first key. My second key is we need to stop Kinsilo and Sean Zelgimbwa.
What?
Number 12.
Number 12. Oh, Sally Goomba.
Sally Goomba. Sorry, these are hard names to pronounce sometimes, but yeah, both of them are close. Kinsilo is over 22. He's got 22 points, and the other one has 19 points. So those are two big scores for them. My third, you got to stop them, and then my third key is you got to keep the defensemen on Cal State in check too, because they got a couple defensemen that have 6 goals each, and so that's very big. Those are good scoring defensemen, so you got to keep those in check, and those are my 3 keys to the game.
All right, well, there's no PA mic tonight, so here's the national anthem. We'll come back with the starters. So again, no PA mic tonight, but they had the national anthem. Here's the starting lineup first for the visiting Cal State Fullerton Titans. It'll be Alex Sensulos, Sean Seligumba, along with Chris Florentine on forward, Brandon Booth, Jake Yarder on defense. Brandon Heathouse is going to get the starting goal. He's 2-2, 4.95 goals against, and an 89 save percentage. So this team, again, coming in 7-5-0. So I think the key for the Huskies against Heathouse is get shots on net. For the Huskies, it's going to be that top pair of Hickey and Stetzinger. In the first line, it's going to have a new center tonight. Boris is going to center that between Leon and Rosinski. Nick Bonding gets to start. 1-1, 5.04 goals against average, 88 save percentage, and those numbers do not reflect the way that Bonin has played in his 3 starts.
Yeah, because Bonin's, like you said, in Florida Gulf Coast, he had a pretty good game. He just didn't get any help from his defense. He had a good game, but then he got that cut against Missouri.
Yeah.
And he was having a good game. I think he only gave up 2 goals before he got cut. And then he had a great game against East Illinois, only giving up 1 goal there. So he's had 3 good starts, and that's why the coach is going to give him the start tonight, see how he does. And that's why he doesn't know who's going to start on Friday and Saturday, because if Bonin has another good start, you never know who's going to start.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a good point by you. If Bonin has another solid start like he has, like you said, in his last 3, Bonin could start against ISU, a team that beat us 4 times last year.
Yeah.
Once in the playoffs, once in the showcase, and then twice here. So.
Well, and like we were saying while we were on our trip last week, that ISU has unbelievable scores. They have, I think, 4 or 5 players over 20 points, so that's why it's very big.
And we're underway as Hickey gets the puck. And we're underway, Huskies and Cal State Fullerton. That pass is intercepted by Sensulo. He has a pass, give and go. Here's a shot off the goal post. Cal State's first shot came from Florentine and rang it off the glove side post of Nick Bonin. Rosinski, backhand saucer pass for Leon out through center ice. Stops there trying to get it deep, but he gets taken down by Seligumba. Here's Seligumba, gives it up, and he's going to go for a change. Puck gets dumped into the left side of Nick Bonin. Taken by Big Kevin Schwartz. Off the boards for Leon. Leon is that one deflected up and off the scoreboard. So 9:18 left in the first period, and the first shot off Cal State's a 2-on-1, and they beat him glove side, but the post helps Bonin out.
Yeah, and you mentioned it on that first line on the forwards. It's going to be Rosinski, Leon, and Boris instead of Sukel on that line with them. So Boris actually ends up getting moved up because he's had a pretty good year. He's had 3 goals and 9 assists, so 12 points from him.
So Sigic for Cal State dumps this in, patted away by Bonin, and the puck comes back to center ice where Sigic is there, gives it over for Chang. Chang dumps it in where Hurling can control, over for Brian Pickett. We heard in the pregame interview that Pickett and Stets' time will be limited tonight, still battling a lower body and upper body injury, respectively, for Stets and Grandpa. Here's Pickett, has the puck at center ice, trying to find Nadzila, and that escapes Sukel. But Hurlin dumps it back in finally. First time the puck has been in Cal State's defensive zone. Nielsen has that one gone off the ice. That one's going to be icing, as it looked like Cruz might have gotten a stick on it. Nothing going. 18:34 left in the frame. No score.
And it looks like that second line is going to be Sukel, Greenberg, and Nedzila. So those are the three forwards for the second line. And the third line coming out is going to be Stetz, Brian Pounds,
and Jake Jouch.
Jake Jouch, yep. And Jouch is actually going to be the center. So let's see how he does in the faceoff dot tonight.
And that's what you like about a guy like Jouch and Schwartz, where they can play both forward and defense if they need it. And we're going to see 7 defensemen out there tonight. That one's a shot into the breadbasket of Heat House off Coletta's stick. He holds up. 8:23 left.
Well, and remember, we saw Coletta as a forward in Florida Gulf Coast, so if they really needed him to, he could play forward as well. So they got about 3 or 4 players on this team that could go both ways, which is always good. You always like those kind of players that can go both ways for you.
So Jouch in the face-off circle, and he loses it. Controlled there by Brandon Booth. He gets that one all the way down, and it's going to be icing, and it's going to be waved off as the ref said that Nick Bonin came out and played it. Bach has it taken away here. Trevor Wada gives it away. Shot score! Cal State gets on the board. Wada set up Cruz, and Cruz goes over the left pad of Bonin. 1-0 Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, you saw really that was bad defense by Northern Illinois. The forwards didn't get back in time. Brian Pons and Bach, they weren't really playing good defense there, and Bonin ends up getting beat the left side pad with a pretty decent shot, but not a great shot. So Bonin having not that great of a start right there with the one going off the goal post and letting the goal in so far.
So just like that, there's 2 shots, and the Huskies find themselves down 1 goal in the early going of period number 1. Off the boards, back through center ice, taken now by Peyton Sauer. He battles with Bilecki, and that's the first time we've seen the D3 guys call. There's Weems, Bilecki, and Gorsica are going to be a line here for Chuck Ronaldo. Weems battles the near side half boards, now taken by Skimeka, looking for Gorsica, but he couldn't accept the pass. Now Gorsica backhands for Hickey. Hickey has a giveaway, and Gorsica controls as the Titans are all over the Huskies in their own zone in the early going of period number 1. Over are the Titans through center ice. Here's Peyton Sauer, and it looks like they got some kind of PA system. I think he's doing it through his iPod. So Bilecki gets this just to the blue line, and taken by Sigich. Sigich through center ice. Here come the Titans. Another shot right in the chest of Bonin. He covers up. And that's about the second or third time that the Titans have gotten in really easy and set themselves up with a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1.
Yeah, right now you can see that Northern Illinois is kind of having a tough time getting their legs under them after a week off. And you can see that they're kind of slow coming out here. They always have trouble starting, so let's hope that they can come back.
There's another giveaway, and good stick there by Brian Pickett to take away the shooting lane off Florentine's stick. Now taken by Sigich. Off the boards is Jake Yarder. And Huskies trying to come out, but they just can't get into the offensive zone as the Titans doing a good job of gumming up the neutral ice. Here's a good stick handling move, and Rosinski comes out. Here's Nick Leon. He evades a check, but gets the puck in just to the right of Heat House. Here's Joe Boris, swings it around near side corner boards, now all the way over far side for Nick Leon. Nick Leon gives a hit, controls the puck. He backhands it for Rosinski, looking for Boris out front. Shoot pad saved by Heat House. Leon can't control the bouncing puck, and out come Cal State. Here's Troy Hurlin up on the rush now. He gets into the Titan zone, looking for Rosinski. Back pass for Hurlin, misses him. And that one's sticked away by Sigich. Puck comes around through center ice. Not far enough for icing as Ron Collette is there to control as they're trying to catch him in a change. And that's actually going to be an icing on the Huskies. 15:44 left in period number 1. Huskies trail 1-0 on Ryan Cruz's second goal of the season.
Yeah, and you can see Coletta was very mad with himself there. They could have caught him in a change, maybe get like a 2-on-1, but he just ended up missing the pass, and they ended up getting an icing, and he was very mad with himself there.
So top line out there still, and whistle blows. And I think they're going to toss Rosinski, so Leon's going to come in and take the face-off here against Zach Henderson. Henderson wins it, but Rosinski controls. Huskies, if they go, they got a 3-on-2. Here's Boris, Leon, and Rosinski. Rosinski evades a check. Boris shoots, score! Huskies capitalize on a 3-on-2 face-off win by Rosinski. Go Rosinski, Leon, Boris. And the Huskies tie the game at 1 with 15:33 left in period number 1.
And what great, like we've always said, it's really nice to have Rosinski back. You can just see that he used his speed there. Leon ended up winning that faceoff. Rosinski took it all the way up the ice for a nice play and a great pass by Rosinski to Boris, and Boris made a great goal on just an open net from a great pass.
So at 4:26, the Huskies tie the game up at 1 goal apiece. Nice three-way passing play as the puck gets in behind Bonnet, taken by Schwartz off the boards, far side half boards. Now controlled by Sauer. Sauer looking for a centering pass for Painter, but Sukel took it away from him. Here comes Greenberg. He's got a breakaway coming on his shot, and he makes the pad save. Greenberg was in all alone from the blue line in, and Hehouse gets the right pad on it and stops Greeny. Puck gets dumped into the left of Heathouse. Nedzila and Sukel on the forecheck. There's Greenberg now has it. Backhanding centering pass, no one was there in the high slot. And Cal State comes out with it. Hickey knocks it out of midair, off the boards. Here's Tyler Sukel. Sukel streaks in right side, loses the puck in the near side corner boards. Swings it around. Here's Nedzila back behind for Greenberg. He can't control the pass. Here's Stetzinger out on the ice. Here's Greenberg looking for another chance, another shot, and he fans on it, and finally Cal State clears the puck. And that's going to be icing on Cal State. 14-18 left in period number 1. Huskies tie it on Boris's. That would be number 21, Boris' 4th goal of the season.
Yeah, and you saw that Cal State was just trying to get the puck out of there because they were having a tough time. It was almost like a power play there for about 30 seconds. Yeah. They had it in their zone, so they were just trying to get the puck. This is a big face-off because you got tired players out there for Cal State. If you can win this, you can get a nice offensive play.
Face-off is won by the Huskies. Shot by Bach goes in and out of the chest of Heathouse. Here comes Cal State out through center ice, and that's not going to be an icing as Hickey has to go back and play it. Round for Rob Bach. Bach off the boards. And that's going to be an offsides play. And one thing I have noticed, though, no Nick Remley.
Yeah, I don't think Nick. Yeah, you're right. I have not seen Nick Remley out there. So he looks like he's going to be out tonight as well.
I'm not sure if. I don't think it's an injury thing. I'm guessing it's just a healthy scratch to kind of give the other guys. We'll have to talk to Coach about that tomorrow. As we rejoin the play, taken there by Trevor Nielsen, has a giveaway to Bach. Here's Stetzinger with a shot that gets deflected off a Cal State Fullerton shin pad. Here's Brian Pounds, now for Hickey, off the boards through center ice over the Cyclone logo. Comes Sean Saligumba as he dumps that in on Bonham, but Hickey's there to intercept the pass. And Joush just dumps it in on Heathouse. Bach in on the forecheck. That one comes around near side half boards from Trevor Nielsen out to center ice. Now Hickey for Herlin, and Joush looked like he tipped it, and he did, so no icing. Out comes Trevor Nielsen looking to spring Sensulo, but he's going to go for a change after dumping the puck in behind Nick Bonin. Here's J.C. Weems with Bielecki. Jeremy Bielecki backhanding around the net, looking for a saucer centering pass, but again, that's the second time where they've done that, and there wasn't a Husky there to accept the pass, and that should be icing, as it was just past the stick of Gorzica. Whistle stops play, 12:47 left in the frame, 1-1 the score.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Nick Remley's out. I mean, that is a big loss for the Huskies, is because he's like a Marion Hossa. He does all the very little things. He does the penalty kill. He's on the power play sometimes. He's a frontline center. So I mean, he's a big loss for them. And hopefully, like you said, it's just a healthy scratch and no injuries or anything, because we're going to need him for this weekend against ISU.
Against ISU, and then next weekend we have another 3. So the Huskies are playing 6 games in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be very tough.
Yeah, next week we have the Robert Morris Showcase against DePaul, ISU, and the Robert Morris Maroon team, who we've seen already this year. So this is when you want your team at full health, and then you have another week off for Thanksgiving, And then we finish up the season, or the first half, against Illinois' D1 team in Champaign and then SIUE down in Edwardsville. Here is J.C. Weems, sends it around behind Bonin. Far side half boards now for Gorzica. Gorzica looking for Weems, but that's picked off by Chang. Chang sends it in on Bonin. He sticks to the near side half boards. Another shot off a Henderson stick gets deflected, and Chang is there to control. Coming around behind Bonin, and that should go enough for icing. And it does. So that's the Huskies' about 5th or 6th icing call, and they have not been able to connect through the center of the ice.
Well, and like we said, they've been a week off, a little bit slow and a little on the passes, so everybody is kind of not as crisp on the passes, and that's why you've seen so many icings here by them. I think about 2 or 3 by Cal State and 5 icings by Northern Illinois. So hopefully that the passes are going to get nicer as the game goes on.
Here's Bielecki. He wins it for Weems. Bielecki gets it back. He comes off the half boards, almost shut in his own net. And the puck bounces around where Troy Hurlin can control, up off the boards for Weems. And it gets to just center ice, taken by Brandon Booth. He dumps it into the left of Bonnet where Troy Hurlin can control. He evades a check there, but Cal State keeps it in off the stick of Peyton Sauer. Here comes J.C. Weems for Joe Boris. Here comes Boris in on a breakaway. Shoot! Score! Joe Boris' second goal of the game, sprung by J.C. Weems. And the Huskies get their first lead of the night with 11:36 left in the period.
And Weems got to be happy about that. He just makes a nice pass to Boris right before he goes off for a change, and Boris just takes it all the way for the rest of the way and gets a great goal over the pad side of Heat House, and just his second goal of the game already. So great so far, a great day by Boris.
So here's Kevin Schwartz. Huskies get their first lead of the night. Boris already looking for the hat trick as he's in the offensive zone. Now taken away by Trevor Nielsen. He controls for the Titans. His pass gets deflected. And it's going to be Coletta who dumps it in the offensive zone near side to the left of Heat House. Here's Nielsen now over for Florentine. Florentine finds the pass for Sensulo. Sensulo gets in, beats Coletta. Schwartz, and good back check there by Kevin Schwartz. It looked like Sally Goomba was open, and the pass had just evaded. Here's Justin Rosinski, almost went 1-on-4, but the Titans are able to back check and get the puck out. Here's Hickey, leaves it for Schwartz. Up through center ice for Rosinski. He taps it in on the forecheck against Jake Yarder. Yarder gets beat. Rosinski looking for the centering pass. Hickey keeps it in. Here's a shot blocked out in front by Leon. And the puck bounces around, finally controlled by Zach Henderson. Zach Henderson shoots it into the glove of Bonin. He gives it away for Pickett. Almost halfway done of period number 1. Huskies up 2-1 on 2 Joe Boris goals. Leon looking for a centering pass taken away by Chang. Chang gives the puck up. Now taken by Brandon Booth. Booth sends it in on Nick Bonin. He sticks away the far side half boards. Battling there with Chang is Pickett and Nadzila. Pickett for Greenberg. Now for Tyler Sukel. And Sukel has a shot. Here's Mark Greenberg with another opportunity. And Heat House makes the save. Out comes Payne Sauer. Payne Sauer has it. And now here's Brian Pickett. Pickett has that pass deflected off a Titan stick, now controlled by the Titans. Good stick there by Hickey, trying to take it away from Trevor Sigich. And Nadzila is there to control, looking for Sukel. Sigich gets it again. That one goes just over the glove of Bonin. Here comes another shot, and it goes past the glove side of Bonin. Off the boards, off of Trevor Nielsen's stick. Nadzila just trying to get it out of the zone as he battles there with Ryan Cruz, and finally it bounces out to center ice, and the Titans have to regroup. Here's Nadzila now for Greenberg. Puck gets dumped in behind Bonin, and Hickey gives a nice run on Ryan Cruz and knocks his man off the puck. Good shoulder check there by the former Sun Devil, and that one's going to go all the way down for an icing call. 8:44 left in the frame. 2-1 Huskies on Joe Boris's Let's see that Boris' 4th and 5th goal of the season.
Even though that we got our second goal here, Cal State seems to have the momentum here because they've had it in our zone now for about a minute, and that's why Pickett just ended up icing the puck. So Cal State right now, they're just getting shots on goal, and that's exactly what Northern Illinois starts to need to do. Just shoot it at the net, and that's what you got to be. This is what you got to be doing against this team.
So whistle blows again, and they're going to throw Saligumba out, and Sensulo's going to come in. Sensulo loses to Sukel. That one does not get out of the zone, and finally it does off a Sukel stick. Here's Greenberg going to have a 1-on-3. Hard slapper, right padded away by Heathouse to the far side half boards. Kept in by Bach. Here's Nedzila looking for a saucer pass for Bach, but that one is tied up as a 2-on-3 against the Titans. Here comes Sensulo, the shot. That's a rocket off his stick and goes up off the crossbar behind Bonin. Here's Skimeka. Skimeka looking for Bach. And finally controlled by Cal State Fullerton. Here's Kyle McDonald. McDonald down and around for Painter. Painter now gives it to Booth. Now McDonald has it taken away by Pounds. Here's Bach. Pounds with a shot gets deflected, and it goes up and off the rafters. 7:52 left in the frame, 2-1 your score.
And the reason Northern Illinois got such a good chance there is because of Jake Jouch. He went in there and made a nice forecheck, ended up getting the puck for Northern Illinois, and they almost had a chance there just to stick, ended up bringing the puck up off the netting. So a really good forecheck there by Jake Jouch, and you hope to see more of that tonight.
Titans win the faceoff. Jake Yarder sends around far side half boards, now taken by Tyler Castle. And finally controlled by Chang. Chang has the puck taken away from him. Weems is there in the forecheck along with Bilecki. Herlin gets it out to center ice, where it's taken by Yarder. Yarder dances in the defensive zone of Cal State and tipped in by Henderson. Here's Danny Stetzinger, round behind Bonin. Comes out through the offensive zone, and that's going to be another icing call against against Northern. And if you're keeping track, ladies and gentlemen, that has got to be at least the 9th or 10th icing call.
Yeah, like we've been saying, they've been awful weak, and you got some new players up with J.C. Weems and Balecki.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're going to get some unnecessary icings when you don't want to, but so far I've liked what this line's done. J.C. Weems has an assist. Bilecki's done a very good job getting into the offensive zone. And
Bilecki wins the face-off. Herlin sends it all the way around far side, or left point. Here comes J.C. Weems up. Weems with Stetzinger. He finds him, and Stets has a blowout and goes into the boards. But before he did, he had a nice opportunity, and the puck just jumped over his stick.
Another nice pass by J.C. Weems there.
Here's Bilecki. Weems gets taken out by Bilecki along with Payne Sauer. Here's Boris. Here's a shot. Score! J.C. Weems' first D2 goal of the season, and the Huskies go up 3-1.
And you're seeing why J.C. Weems had 14 points on D3. I mean, he just knows where to be on the ice. He's got an assist and a goal already in this first period. He really is happy what he's doing here tonight. He's showing the coaches what he's made of, and he should stay up here. He's showing them that right now.
So Weems, that would be Weems' 9th goal between D2 and D3 with 15 points. So if he was on D3 or on D2, he'd be tied for the most points on the club.
Well, and he had an assist, so he has a goal.
He's got the most.
Yeah, he has a goal and an assist right now. So he's just having a great night and a great year this year.
As that one gets shot into the penalty box, scared the poor timekeeper down there, and almost took out the referee.
But yeah, like usual, NIU ended up starting off very slow. Cal State ended up getting a goal, and again, they've come up here in this second half and gotten 3 goals, 2 from Boris and 1 from J.C. Weems. So far, a great second half here by NIU, going up 3-1.
Here's Rzinski winning the faceoff and almost found Boris for the hat trick. Boris controls. Saucer pass now for Rzinski. Rzinski finds Collette at the near side point. Now for Boris, back for Collette, but that one's picked off there by Sensulo. And Schwartz takes it away from him. Schwartz now for Collette. Collette for Boris. Boris gets it in deep behind Heathouse. He's there to grab the puck, swings it around near side half boards. Here's Joe Boris. Boris down for Leon. He absorbs a hit. And Boris gets taken down, finally controlled by Saligumba. Saligumba drop pass there for Booth. Booth, far side, now finds Florentine. And Hickey's back in the Husky zone, and he gives it for Pickett. Pickett looking for Rosinski. He finds him, but Rosinski couldn't get it deep enough. And out come Cal State Fullerton. Fullerton has it taken away by Hickey. And Boris is going to get his third point of the game, and he's going to get an assist on Weems' goal. Here's Hickey with a shot that goes off the toe of his stick into the left of Heathouse. Now Leon for Pickett. Now for Hickey up on the play. Hickey takes a shot that gets blocked out in front, taken by Booth. Hits a ref, and the Huskies still control. Here's Nick Leon. Rosinski passing in front, kept in by Pickett. So the Huskies doing a good job of sustaining pressure, and they're going to get a defensive change as Pickett goes off. Herlin comes out. Here's Hickey with a shot, goes up over the shoulder pad of Heathouse. I don't think he knew where that puck was, and it rattled off the glass. And finally, Cal State, after a good minute and 10 seconds in their own zone, come out through center ice. And here's Brandon Nedzila. Nedzila and Sukel up on the rush. And Nedzila probably should have shot that, looking for a pass for Sukel, and that comes off its moorings. 4:27 left in the first period. Huskies up 3-1 after giving up a goal at 1:55.
But you know you have great pressure on the team when you can get your defensive guys off the ice with keeping the puck in there. So, I mean, great pressure by NIU. Like you said, about a minute over, it was almost like they were on a power play there, and they were getting a lot of shots on goal as well.
And not only, you're having pressure when you can get changes like that, but also having guys like Hickey, Coletta, and Pickett even up on the rush as a forward.
Yeah, and you love to see that from defensemen, getting some shots on goal.
Booth has his puck taken away. Here's Stetzinger with a clear shot. He dances in to the left face-off circle. Now for Sukel. He evades two Titans, but finds the puck gets taken away out to center ice. Stetz for Herlin. Herlin back through center ice. And that's not going to go far enough for icing. I don't believe it doesn't. Taken by Kyle McDonald. Looking for a wraparound from Greenberg, and he can't stuff it home as Heathouse was down to make the save. Now coming out is Peyton Sauer. He goes through Nedzila and Stetzinger, and he controls the puck. Sauer to the point, looking for Yarder, and he couldn't. And Pounds is going to draw a penalty. Good work there by Brian Pounds. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be on Cal State Fullerton's number 23, Jake Yarder.
And you love the hustle by Brian Pounds there by drawing the penalty, by trying almost getting a breakaway there right in between two defenders. So you love the speed there by Brian Pounds to draw the penalty. And now the first power play, like you said, for either team. So you got to hope that Rosinski, this is his first power play back after 3 weeks. Let's hope that this power play can stay hot.
So it's going to be interference on Yarder. Huskies setting up the power play here. Hickey has it. Now over for Herlin, near side point. Now down for Boris. Back for Herlin with a shot, and Leon can't control, and the Titans clear the puck down. 1:40 left on the power play. 3:10 left in period number 1. Herlin collects it behind Bonin. Looks for Rosinski. He finds him. He comes out through center ice into the offensive zone. He does a little shimmy move here. Around to the right of Heathouse, now given for Leon, far side corner forward. Back to the point for Hickey, now for Leon. Now for Hickey. Hickey saucer for Herlin. Herlin steps in, and Leon has an open net, but he couldn't corral the pass. Here's Rosinski dancing into the point, and it's kept in by Hickey after Heathouse made a save. Here's a shot, and another save by Heathouse off a Hickey shot. Here's Nick Leon, 50 left on the power play, 2:28 left in the period. And Hickey keeps it in. Down for Rosinski, far side half boards, to the point for Troy. Now back for Rosinski for Herlin. Now for Hickey. Huskies doing a good job of puck control and movement. Boris, now for Hickey, 30 left on the power play. Here's Troy Herlin now, around behind Heathouse. Now to the point for Troy. Troy takes a shot, and that one dances to the left of Heathouse. Boris battles there along with Trevor Nielsen. Taken by Rosinski for Hickey. 22 left on the power play. 1:52 left in the period. Here's Troy Hickey, and he has his pass taken away. And finally, Cal State clears the puck after 1 minute and 50 seconds in their own zone.
And you can Heat House is the reason that they haven't let up a goal on this power play. A lot of shots there, a lot of pressure on that power play.
So that's going to do it for the man advantage. And even though they didn't score, the Huskies sure did wear down the Titans PK along with Brandon Heathouse, as he had to make 2 or 3 good saves to keep this game in reach for the Titans. Out of the penalty box is Jake Yarder. He gets taken down but controls the puck. Now for Chang. Chang out and has the puck but taken away by Bach. And Chang regains possession, but he gets it out to at least center ice in front of the Huskies bench. Down to 1 minute left in period number 1. Huskies leading 3-1 on 2 Boris goals and a goal by J.C. Weems. Here's Tyler Sukel. Where's the puck? Still loose, and Heathouse is down and makes the save. 51.5 seconds left in the frame. 3-1 Northern Illinois.
You got to love the forecheck here by Northern Illinois in the second half, because Cal State really has not even gotten into our zone in about 5 minutes. I mean, so great forecheck so far by Northern Illinois in the second half, and you got to hope that's going to continue in the second and third period.
So face off to the left at Heat House. It's going to be Bielecki, Weems, and Gorzica. And Bielecki wins it for Weems. He takes a shot. That one's sticked away there by Heat House. Now taken by Trevor Wada. Wada looking cross-ice there for Sauer. He finds him. Here's a shot patted away there by Bonin. And the puck layout loose, and Bonin makes another pad save. And 30 left in the frame. Pickett has it now. Whistle blows. And I'm not sure what it's going to be. It's going to be a holding call, I believe, on Troy Hurlin. And with 27 seconds left in the frame, the Huskies are going to go on their penalty kill for the first time. 2 minutes holding on Troy Hurlin.
And we just got it from Scott that it was a slash, actually, instead of a holding. But Bonin, probably the best sequence that he's had in the first period there, making a couple of great saves, and you got to hope that he kind of gets into form in the second period, because he's only had about 10 shots on goal on him.
And the faceoff's won by the Huskies. They clear it down the ice. And the Titans trying to set things up behind their own net. Here's Florentine. Gets it out to about center ice where Stetz can dump it back in to the Titan zone. Now taken there by Sigic. And again, the Titans not able to get anything going, and that should have been a trip on Pickett, but nothing's called as the time expires. Huskies are going to go in the first intermission report up 3-1, but they'll be on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 33 seconds going into period number 2. Slow start to the period, but after they got that first goal by Jobo, it was all things forward for the Huskies.
Well, I mean, pretty much all year they've always had slow starts in the first period, always having a trouble getting their legs under them, and then they finally start to get going. And Cal State got the first goal, and then Northern Illinois after the Boers goal, like you said, they just started to get on a roll. And so far, a great first period, 3-1. And Bonin had a pretty good first period with about 10, 11 shots on him, only allowing 1 goal. Some good sequences there. So let's hope that this continues throughout the game.
Well, coming up in the first intermission report, we'll go over Stephen Duffy's keys to the game, see how the Huskies did according to him. Preview period number 3, look back at period number 2, get some football scores along with some NHL scores. You're listening to Huskies Hockey. After 20 minutes, Huskies up 3-1. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah?
Do you want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to ride the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
The one with the reverse flip?
Yeah.
Well, you can't.
Huh?
You see, Billy, when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have done with it, including going to the state fair.
Oh, man.
Cheer up. This year your parents will make it right. They're going to visit EnergySavers.gov, where they'll get tips on how to save energy and money. Then they'll add extra insulation and get a few of those Energy Star appliances. They could save hundreds of dollars a year. And you know what, Billy?
What?
They'll take you to the state fair next year.
But I want to go this year.
I know you do, Billy. I know you do. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have you always wanted to be on radio or television? Don't lie to yourself, of course you have. That means that you need to come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. At ICB, you'll learn everything you need to know. Hands-on training in audio programming, video editing, and much, much more. Financial assistance is available for those who qualify, so you've got no excuse. Go online to beonair.com or call 630-916-1700 for more information. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where your career begins.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey. Now let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus for more NIU hockey.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold
I want to
day.
be a football
I want to be
stadium.
a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Gunzo's is your non-stop shop for all things hockey. Gunzo's carries all major brands such as Bauer, Easton, Reebok, Nike, CCM, and Ward. Gunzo's caters to not only players, but to teams as well, with the ability to take team orders. Gunzo's can customize jerseys, socks, t-shirts, warm-ups, and hockey bags. They have 3 convenient Chicagoland locations in River Forest, Morton Grove, and Chicago. Gunzo's is also the official equipment supplier of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Gunzo's Hockey Headquarters, where you will be treated like a pro.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories, 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. We're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. They lead 3-1. After 20 minutes of play, Joe Boris got the first goal. Cal State Fullerton got the first goal at 1:55. On Ryan Cruz's second goal of the season, that put them up 1-0. But the Huskies came storming back with about 3 minutes after that. Joe Boris would get his 4th goal off the assist from Rosinski and Leon. He would get a second goal off of J.C. Weems' assist at 8:26. And then Weems would put his own goal in off the assist from Joe Boris at 13:26. Well, special guest here in the booth. Welcome back.
I don't know how special I am, Marcus.
Yeah, well, it is special. I mean, you're the one that started this with me last year.
I appreciate that. This is true, yes. Yeah.
So welcome back, Scott Swartz. For those of you that don't know, he did the play-by-play last year while I did the color.
Yes.
So roles reversed
so it's
here.
been a huge improvement, I'm sure, this season for everybody listening at home. But hello to NIU hockey fans. It is a pleasure to be back, and special thanks to you, Marcus, for letting me jump on for a little bit here in the intermission.
Thank you. For those of you that don't know, Scott got hired this past offseason to do the Chicago Steel of the USHL.
Yep.
Can you tell the fans where they can listen to it and how your season's been going on the broadcast side?
Absolutely. Well, I'll answer the second part of it first. The broadcast side has gone very well. The Steel have gotten off to a slow start, unfortunately. They were 0-10 coming into last weekend.
Yeah.
They got a win on Sunday, and then the following weekend, I should say 2 weekends ago, they were 0-10. got a win at home to go to 1-10, and then swept Fargo last weekend. So they're 3-10. We've got a home game tomorrow night against Green Bay. If anybody ever wants to listen into the Steel, you can log on to fasthockey.com and search for the Chicago Steel. And if it's a Steel home game, I will be on the call, and you can listen in there. But hopefully better times ahead for the Steel. And yeah, it's been good. I've certainly absolutely missed doing NIU.
Yeah.
I've missed the guys, Coach Ronaldo. I've missed being able to do stuff with you, Marcus, as I was just mentioning before we came on here. But it was a good opportunity that I had to jump at, and you have, Duffy, who's able to fill in, and yeah, I'm just a little upset that the year after I left is the year that you guys go to Florida,
right?
Yeah,
and you were so happy when I told you last season.
I was pumped about it, and then I had to leave, and so I was trying to figure out a way that I could get back on it to get down to Florida, but it just wasn't going to work.
Well, right now I'm trying to lobby Ian to get us a game against UNLV so we can go to Vegas next season.
Well, I'd be happy with just a home-and-home with Cal State Fullerton. Let's go to Fullerton, California.
Let's go down to Cal State.
And let's schedule it for January or February. That's what I'm doing.
When it's nice, like 75, 80 degrees out in California.
Absolutely.
Well, if you don't get a chance to listen, you can go watch the games live for the Steel. They play out at the Edge in Bensonville, and it's a great facility, and it's great hockey.
It is. It's junior hockey, so the players are a little younger than the players you see here at NIU. They are probably, I would say, more skilled than you see the players here at NIU. They've got lots of guys. The guys in the USHL, most of them will end up going to D1 colleges. Several of them get drafted, and a couple of them are already draft picks. Nobody on the Steel, but we have played some teams that have had draft picks. We played Cedar Rapids last Sunday, and they have Judd Peterson, who's already been drafted by the Sabres. And so you get to see that. We get to see, occasionally there's hockey general managers that come in the building. If you come out and watch when either of the U.S. National Development teams, you'll probably see Stan Bowman in the house. He'll come out, Blackhawks GM. So I ran into and had a chat. I haven't told you that this, Marcus. I ran into and had a chat with Eddie Olczyk out there. Yeah, his son plays for Waterloo, and so when they were in town, he was in the arena. I really wanted to ask him for an interview, but I thought that was probably the last thing he wanted to do at that point.
And Coach Q as well.
And we saw Coach Q as well. That's correct. Yeah, he was out at the arena. So yeah, don't come out for me. I'm not the famous guy. You're going to see other people. And but yeah, if you're interested, you can go to ChicagoSteelHockeyTeam.com for the schedule and information on games out there.
Well, Scott, we got about 2 minutes left. We'll take our last commercial break. It's great talking to you.
Thanks for having me on. And
continued success with the Steel.
Hey, I appreciate it. To all the NIU fans out there, I miss all of you. And go Huskies. We'll talk to you down the road.
Well, we'll be right back. Second intermission report wrap up. We'll have period number 2. Huskies lead 3-1. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
When I attack, I feel scared. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
Hey, you're sitting around listening to the radio when you could be on it. You think I'm kidding? The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is looking for people just like you to enroll for classes right now. Stop wishing you were on the air and get down to making it happen. At ICB, students are trained by some of the best and brightest professionals in the industry. And not only that, you'll learn the ins and outs of both radio and TV. You'll be ready to take the airwaves by storm. There couldn't be a better time than now to hop on to beonair.com and fill out that application. It only takes a few minutes, and when you're done, you'll have taken the first step to getting on a fast track to your dreams. Once again, that's beonair.com, or you can call 630-916-1700. Classes are filling up fast, though, so you'd better get going. So what are you still doing here? Go now. 630-916-1700 or visit beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
We're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network, just about to start the Second period here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Duffy, while you were away, could you, thank you for Scott for filling in for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's great to have him back on Huskies, the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. But you had your 3 keys at the end. Can you tell the fans what they were and how you think the Huskies did in those keys?
Well, my 3 keys were, the 3 players that are kind of new to the team. I mean, at least this game. Brzezinski's been out 3 weeks. He's got an assist. J.C. Weems, a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
And Bilecki has done a great job in the faceoff.
Yeah.
I think he's won 3 or 4 faceoffs.
I'd say 3 or 4, yeah.
So he's doing a great job. That's one of my first keys, is having those 3 players back and up from D3. So that's great for those guys. Also, we need to stop the big forwards and the stars of Cal State. So far, we've done that, only allowing 1 goal so far. And number 3, keep their defensemen in check of Cal State, because, like I said, they got about 6 goals. A lot of goals from these defensemen.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of good scoring defensemen, so we got to keep them in check. And so far, we've done that because we haven't been on the penalty kill except for once, so they haven't really got a chance on a power play or anything. So we've done a very good job with the penalties. Hopefully, we can get rid of this power play to start the game. And those are my 3 keys so far.
So they've done very well so far in your 3. You picked 3 very good keys.
Yes, that's what I always do, man. Come on.
No, I wouldn't say always, but you're pretty close.
About 80% of the time, I pick pretty good keys.
Yeah, probably about 80%.
Yeah, I would say.
Well, both teams are on the ice. It looks like it's going to be the second line for the Huskies. Sukel and Greenberg out there. Schwartz and Hickey for the PK unit. For the Cal State Fullerton Titans, looks like it's going to be Nielsen, Henderson, along with Chang. And on defense, it'll be Castle and Sigich. So they have a minute 33 left to kill on the power play.
This is where you really miss Nick Remley, because he's probably your best penalty killer, but they're going to have to get used to this, because in the second half you're not going to have Nick Remley. So they do have to get used to this without Nick Remley. Maybe that's what the coach is thinking, that they need to get used to it without having Nick Remley on there. So this is a big loss for them, because the penalty kill, he's probably the best penalty killer we have. And so far, I mean, we've only had 1 penalty so far, so that's good. But let's hope that we can kill it off here in the beginning of the second period.
And like we've said already, is get the nets there, that Remley will be done after this semester. So that'll be a big loss for the Huskies, and then you lose about 6 seniors after that. So going to be rebuilding as the Huskies win the face-off. Greenberg in the offensive zone has a shot ticked away by Castle. And Greenberg 1-on-4, trying to kill some time. Minute and 20 left on the power play, just underway here in period number 2. Here's Henderson, taken away by Greenberg. He's going to circle back to the neutral ice. And that's finally taken by Nielsen, over for Henderson, back for Nielsen. Nielsen back for Henderson, kicks it to his skate and into the Husky zone where he can control. And he's going to send it down the length of the ice, looking for Greenberg, who is sitting at the blue line. 55 left on the power play. Good stick there by Sukel on Nielsen. Hickey hacks at it, and he sends it out through center ice down to the left of Heathouse. And he corrals it there. Up through the offensive zone is Sigich to center ice, taken by Boris, and he dumps it in. 35 left on the power play. 19 minutes left in period number 2. Here's Henderson. Up for Sigich, out through center ice, and it's dumped into the left of Bonin off the stick of Sensulo. Now taken by Sauer. Sauer controls. Cross ice pass there for Henderson, looking for a centering pass. Good save there by Bonin as he went post to post. 10 seconds left on the power play for Cal State. That one goes up over the crossbar and over the glove of Bonin. Finally, that one's taken by Pounds, and it's cleared out to the Cal State zone, and that's going to do it for the penalty. Huskies are 1 for 1.
Great penalty kill by there. Only 1 shot on goal, I think, on that whole penalty.
Out through center ice into the offensive zone. Here comes Seligumba, and Bonin's there as the puck came off of Seligumba's stick, off the boards, and Bonin's there to cover it up. 18:07 left in period 2. Huskies still lead 3-1.
Yeah, sometimes those goalies just like to cover the puck to get a face-off because your players have been out there trying to get a change. So that's exactly what Bonin did, and now you get a change and nice fresh legs out there.
Here's J.C. Weems, and he gets it to Gorsica. Gorsica just dumps it in the offensive zone. Out to play it is Heathouse. He sticks it around. Weems looking for backhanded centering pass. but taken by Cal State. Here's Florentine. Florentine over for Yarder. Yarder now for Booth. Florentine controls at center ice. Into the offensive zone comes Sally Goomba. Taken by Weems, just out to the Cyclones logo in center ice. Here comes Florentine in the offensive zone. There's a shot blocked away there by Nick Bonin off the stick of Payne Sauer. Titans control. Puck comes in on Bonin, and he pad saves that one away to the far side corner boards. LJ can't get it out. And finally, it's LJ battling in the near side corner boards. Down for Troy. Troy Hurlin, that is. Either Troy H. Here's Weems, gets taken down, controlled by Florentine. Here's a shot and a stick save there by Bonin, and the Huskies again just can't get the puck out. Slow start like period number 1. Glove save there by Bonin. Sticks it into the near side corner boards. Finally, LJ controls and out to center ice off of Weems' stick. And still the Huskies can't get past the red line. In is Hurlin. LJ has it now, far side half boards. Here's Nick Leon. Nick Leon uses the boards, comes through center ice. Looking for a change. He gets it into the offensive zone. Looking for Rosinski out in front, but couldn't find him. Here's Stetz with a shot, and that one's patted away by Heathouse. Now Rosinski for Leon. Leon gets taken off the puck there by Sauer. Rosinski has it. Now for Stetzinger. Stetzinger battles there. And taken now by Sigic. Sigic now for Sauer. He circles around. Gives it over for Yarder. Yarder dumps it in. That's off a stick, so no icing call here against Cal State. Taken now by Cruz. Backhanded centering pass looking for Painter, but that just is in front of his stick. Here's Joe Boris with 2 goals and an assist tonight. Here's Justin Rosinski. He has space. Score! Rosinski from Morris snipes it over the blocker side of Heathouse, and the Huskies go up 4-1.
And Joe Boris is just having a night right now. 2 goals, 2 assists. Justin Rosinski with his first goal since being back after 3 weeks. Rosinski has a goal and assist, so it's just great to have Rosinski back, your star, and Joe Boris having a great night. And just really, so far, this first line is really back in action with Rosinski back there, and they're just having a great night tonight so far.
Wow, Rosinski doesn't look like he's missed a step since he played in Florida.
Yep.
Hickey has the puck over the Chelios logo. Now for Greenberg. Through center ice, finds Brendan Nedzila. Neds has it, drops it for Sukel. Back for Nedzila. Now for Sukel around behind Heathouse. Looking for a centering pass. Score! Sukel and Nedzila do a give and go, and the Huskies go up 5-1.
Great, another great offensive zone there. I mean, they really started off slow in the first 4 minutes of this period, but now they've gotten 2 back-to-back goals in about 30 seconds. And Nedzila, I mean, he was just waiting for that pass from Sukel. Sukel making a great pass across the blue paint, and really just, I mean, there was nothing that Heathouse could do. I mean, really no help from his defense there.
And it was a great pass by Sukel. He found the little alleyway there on the blue paint.
Yep.
And Nedzila was right there. Here's Pickett now. Huskies coming out. With it is Nedzila. He finds Tyler Sukel. Up with him is Greenberg, and he loses the puck. And back comes Sensulo. He evades a check from Pickett into the offensive zone. Now taken by Sigic. Sigic just backhands it in on Bonin. And controlled by Hickey. Now for Greenberg. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Tyler Sukel has it, but it's taken away there by Booth. Booth has to give it takeaway for Greenberg. Now for Hickey. Looking for a shot, and he just misses the right side post. Greenberg trying to keep it in, but Sensulo's there to control. Now over for Sauer. Sauer gets it in. Takes a shot into the glove of Bonin. He gives it to Hickey to play. For Sukel, now for Pickett. And he just sent it out through center ice over the Cyclone logo to clear the zone. I see Nick Remley on the far side in his warm-up suit, so we'll have to find out what happened with him, why he was a late scratch for the Huskies. Here's Hickey around behind Bonin, stops, reverses sides, and he looks for Rob Bach, and that's not going to be icing, as it looked like he got just the tip of his stick on it. And Brian Pounds controls after coming on the ice for a change. Heat House back to control. Now taken by Booth. Booth is taken off the puck there by Bach, but the Titans come out through center ice, where it's controlled by Coletta over for Hurlin. Now for Bach, but he can't get it in the zone. Now taken by Ryan Cruz. Cruz centering pass there for Painter, evades Painter's stick, and Joush can come out with it. Looking for Bach, and he tips it in, so no icing called. Controlled by Trevor Nielsen. Nielsen and Bach battling behind Heat House. That's taken by Pounds, and the centering pass was there for Joush, but little too late was the big man out in front of Heat House. Now taken by by Castle. And Hurlin's there. He banks it off the boards and finally out to center ice. Here's Bach. He finds Ryan Coletta up on the rush. 1-on-5. He takes a shot in the pads of Heat House. He covers it up. 5-1 Huskies with 13 minutes left in period number 2.
And you heard us mention that Coletta can be an offensive guy, and you just saw it there making a great pass across the ice, and Coletta making a nice shot on Heat House. And so far, I mean, in these last 3 minutes, ever since the goal, we got all the momentum right now, and we're making a lot of shots on goal on them.
Bilecki wins another face-off, and Gorsica has it, and it's taken away. And now he wins it back. Bilecki looking for a shot, but his stick is tied up. That line of Gorsica, Weems, and Bilecki has done a really nice job as a third and fourth line. Coming out is Castle from Chang. Castle 2-on-2. There's a shot patted away there by Bonin. He's going to go in and cover it up. And finally the whistle blows. 12:31 left in the frame. 5-1 Huskies.
Yeah, and you mentioned that fourth line of Gorsica, Weems, and Bilecki. I mean, they've been just doing great. Bilecki doing a great job on the face-off dot. Weems doing a good job just being where the puck is, where he needs to be, where the puck is. I mean, just so far a great job from those two D3 guys.
And Bilecki wins another face-off. Here's Joe Boris up on the rush for Leon. Leon with Rosinski, Boris. Leon stops, waits, finally shoots from a tough angle. And Boris is there to control far side half boards. Centering pass looking for Leon, but Henderson intercepts. Out comes Castle. Taken away by Stats, but he has a giveaway to Castle again. In come the Titans. And Castle's got to regroup. Here comes Stetzinger with Rosinski and Boris. Stetzinger with a shot right into the chest of Heat House. And he comes out and challenges and makes the save. 11:56 left in the period. 5-1 Northern Illinois.
And really, if it wasn't for Heat House, Cal State could be losing like 8 or 9-1 right now. I mean, he's having a pretty decent game because we've had about, I would say about 25, 30 shots on him. So he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And he's keeping them he's keeping them in reach at least. I mean, in this game so far.
4 goals is a lot to come back from.
Yeah, I know.
But like you said, it could be 8-9-1. With some of the saves that he's made as Bonin sticks that one away on the poke check. Far side corner boards, battling there with Sensulo is Hickey, and Hickey wins it for Boris. Boris backhands it off the boards and gets it to at least center ice. And it's going to be a penalty, I believe, on the Huskies. It's going to be another slash, this time on Joe Boris.
And so far, that's probably Joe Boris' first bad play of the game, getting a bad penalty there. He's had 2 goals, 2 assists, like we said tonight. He's having a great game, and he just ended up taking a bad penalty. Hopefully they can keep the penalty kill up here without Nick Remley. And they got Greenberg, Nedzila out there, and then I think Kevin Schwartz and
LJ
Skemeka, I think, for the penalty kill so far.
The Huskies win the face-off, and LJ sends it all the way down. Heat House just paddles it to the far side corner boards. Greenberg's there. He battles in the far side corner boards, finally taken by Nielsen. Nielsen up for Florentine. He saucers it back for Nielsen. That one just goes wide of Bonin. He sticks it behind his cage. Nielsen, tight shot there from Sauer, but Bonin's there to make the save. Now Greenberg, near side corner boards, battling there. LJ's in there along with Nielsen, and finally the puck comes over for Sigic. Sigic here, up, winds, and into the pads Bonin covers it up. 1:22 left on the power play. 10:49 left in period number 2.
And you can see Shigic there. He has a great slap shot because, I mean, he has 6 goals on the year, and this is where my one of my keys to the game comes in play. You got to keep these defensemen in check because they have a lot of good scoring defensemen here, and you saw it right there with a nice slap shot.
So in the face-off circle will be Selly Goomba along with Tyler Sukel, Brian Pickett, Ron Coletta, and Brian Pounds on the penalty kill there for the Huskies as Selly Goomba gets tossed, and Castle's going to come in. And the face-off won by the Huskies. Coletta off the boards, but not out, controlled by Sigic. Sigic dumps it in, but Coletta's there to intercept the pass. Here's Pounds. Pounds and Sukel have a 2-on-1 shorthanded if they hurry. Here's Pounds. A glove save there by Heathouse. Now for Sukel. Here's a shot from Coletta, and Heathouse pads that one to the near side corner boards. Sukel battles there with Sigic, and finally out comes Cal State. Here's Chang. Finally gets into the zone. Puck coming around behind Bonin. Coletta's there on the forecheck, battling with Tyler Atkins. Chang getting pinned down there by Pickett. And finally the Huskies clear the zone. 35 left on the power play. 9:58 left in period number 2. Huskies up 5-1 on 2 goals. And just over 2 minutes apart.
Yep, really quick goals, and that really gave the momentum to Northern Illinois in this period.
Here's Cal State in the zone. Cruz has his shot sticked away there. Had a little opening, but Bonin was able to go post to post. Far side or near side corner boards taken by Cruz. Battles with Sukel. Shot comes in, patted away by Nick Bonin, and finally taken by Coletta, and he's going to send that one up and off the glass. And that's going to do it as the Huskies are 2 for 2 on the penalty kill so far tonight. Here comes Cruz looking for Castle, but that's out of his reach. And Cal State regroups. Here's a shot from the point, in and out of the glove, and Bonin finally covers it up. 9 minutes left in the frame. Huskies up 5-1.
And you can see Bonin's having a very solid start here, allowing a very good start, allowing only 1 goal and I would say so far about 18, 19 shots on him. So far a good night by Bonin, and this is really going to put Coach in a tough spot tomorrow to see if he's going to start Bonin or Harrod for this weekend.
You know, right now, if the game was over right now, I'd start Bonin.
Yeah, because I
might start Bonin no matter what tomorrow.
Yeah, because I mean you're going against a good team in ISU, and you got to go with the hot goalie. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, you got that right. Here's Rzinski. He gets taken off the puck, but Boris is there near side corner boards. Now Leon tracking the puck. Battles there with Painter. Painter takes him off the puck, and they battle with Rzinski, Painter, and Leon. And finally the puck comes loose. Taken by Troy Herlin with a shot. That one's deflected in, and Heathouse has to make a big pad save there. Here's Nick Leon battling. Stetzinger's there with him. Finally Stetz has it. Centering pass. That one goes through the pads of Heathouse. But there were no Huskies there to clean up the garbage in the blue paint. Here's Troy Herlin looking to bank it off, but kept in there by Booth. And finally Herlin has it. Backhanded pass for Rzinski. Didn't look like Rzinski was expecting the pass, so Stetz is there. Stetz for Boris. Up off the glass to center ice. Taken by Kyle McDonald. McDonald for Yarder. Backhands it through the neutral ice where Sensulo can have it. He pads it away, does Bonin off Sensulo's shot. Puck goes in behind Bonin. Wada has it. Here's a shot by Cruz, and it doesn't go in. It looked like it did. And no goal as the puck laid right on the line. And the ref right there made the correct call. The puck did not go over the line, and I think Stetz made the save.
Yeah, I think Stetz just saved the goal there from Bonin. He got a little bit through his pads there, but Stetz ended up diving on it and make sure that the puck didn't go all the way in. So
kind of Duncan Keith-esque.
Yeah, it was a great job by Stetz there, and he's actually the one that has been getting limited time tonight with Pickett. So so far a great job by him.
And to be honest, all the guys like Weems and Bilecki and Stetz and Pickett, they've been limited, but when they have had the time, they've made the most of it.
Yep, they've been doing great.
Here comes the goal scorer, Nedzila. Nedzila in behind Heat House, looking to center it. LJ has to get it, and finally comes out Duke Cal State. Here's Sensulo. He backs it in, he's going to go for a change. Kevin Schwartz backhand for Sukel, far side half boards. Now in the corner is Skameka. Around the boards for Greenberg. Looking for Sukel, but that evades him. And that's going to be an icing call. Sukel gives a hit, but
that could be a 5-minute major misconduct there because that was after the whistle and he knocked him into the boards.
I don't know who's in the scrum there, but I think Sukel's going to get the penalty. And Nick Leon was in there, I think. So Sukel for sure is going to get a penalty.
I thought that could have been maybe a double major there because I was after the whistle, and you never like to see those hits. That's why they made that rule with the icing, the icing rule, so they don't get those kind of hits in that.
So Nedzila is going to be the other one to go to the penalty box. So at 12:57, I think Cal State is going to come out with a power play here.
I think it's going to be a 4-on-3 for Cal State.
Yep. So they're going to come out with a power play, waiting to get the official calls. There's no PA tonight. Well, there is, but it looks like he's doing it on his phone. So.
Yeah, and you see J.C. Weems, the D3 captain, out there trying to get the explanation. So he's really just a leader and a captain on both teams if you really need him to.
So I believe Sukel's going to get a cross-check for sure.
Yeah.
And then roughing on Nedzila and Florentine would be the other two penalties, I would assume.
Yep.
With what was going on.
Yeah, they could be fighting major, so maybe Florentine and Nedzila could be out for 5 minutes.
As Nedzila and Florentine are still John in the penalty box.
And you see it is a 5-minute major on Sukel, like I thought it would be, because you can't kind of make that kind of hit after a whistle. I mean, those are just the hits that you can't do because that could be big concussion or maybe a broken collarbone right there.
So that's the only penalty up on the board is Sukel's 5-minute major. And I think the timekeeper's getting the times for the other two for Nedzila and Florentine. But those might be 10 minutes as there is no time up on the board. So Pickett, the Huskies win the faceoff. Pickett sends it in on Heat House. And it's going to be Sigic to regroup. So the Huskies have to kill 4 minutes and 43 seconds of power play time off the clock. That will basically take us to the end of the first period. Here's Brian Pounds. Huskies need to get at least maybe a goal shorthanded. I mean, they're already up 5-1, but just for momentum's sake. And that's in. Shot from the point from Sigic, and it looked like
that was, I think, deflected off a skate of either Pickett or maybe the forward on Cal State. So really, Bonnie really couldn't do a lot about that goal.
So the Huskies give up their first power play goal of the night. Shot came from Florentine. I don't think I'm going to give him the goal because I believe that, like you said, deflected out in front.
Yep. Yeah, and people have to know that since this is a 5-minute major, they play until the penalty's over. They don't get to Northern Illinois does not get their player back out on the ice.
So the Titans come out. Here's Cruz. Skates through center ice. And a shot comes from the point. Bonnet has to be careful with that one, and they score again. Cal State, 2 goals on the power play so far. And that's just going to be about 25 seconds apart.
And you knew that this was going to be a big part of the game because you knew that Cal State, they got 5 minutes to get power play goals throughout that 5 minutes. And you know that Northern Illinois, without their big penalty killer of Nick Remley, that's big time. So they needed to do a good penalty kill here. So they got to do a much better job in this next 4 minutes.
So it's 5-3 now with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left on the 5-minute major to Tyler Sukel. Nadzila and Florentine are still in the box, so I believe those are 10-minute majors. Here's Greenberg. Saucer pass for Boris. Boris for Greenberg, and that one's sticked away there from Sigic. Out comes Sauer. Sauer in the offensive zone. Skates with it, far side point. And he has it taken away. Here's Boris and Greenberg up on the rush, and they look like they were miscommunication as they could have had a 2-on-1. But no one went for the puck. Here's Schwartz with just over 3 minutes left on the power play. He sends it in on Heathouse, and he's going to stick it away. Taken by Sigic. He stops behind Heathouse, now finally comes out. Through center ice, finds Sauer. Sauer into the offensive zone. Has a shot or a centering pass taken away. Schwartz is there, and finally Leon clears the length of the ice. 2:58 left in the power play. 4:58 left in the frame.
And you see Justin Rosinski out there. That's another thing you missed from him. He's a nice penalty killer, not just a nice goal scorer. He can also play on the defensive side.
Nice spinorama move there by Yarder to evade a check, but Rosinski is not fooled, and he gets taken down, and that's going to be a penalty on Cal State. So the Huskies get a gift.
And you see Justin Rosinski a little slow to get up there. And like we said, he had a lower back, an upper body injury for the last 3 weeks. So let's hope that he's going to be okay and do a nice job here. Actually, Nazila ended up getting out of the penalty box there. So I think they were fighting majors for about 2 or 3 minutes there.
So they scored 2 goals on that for the first 3 minutes of that power play. And it's going to be Payne Sauer, 2 minutes for interference with 4:40 left in the frame. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for a minute.
For 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yep, for the full 2 minutes.
Here's a shot by Rosinski. Backhanded just goes wide on Heathouse. Here's Rosinski again. Has Leon. He backhands it around Heathouse. Trying to evade a check, and he's grounded the boards by Yarder. Taken by Rosinski, now for Hickey. Hickey over for Herlin. Herlin has it, looking at his options, looking for Leon and a tip in front, but he can't find it. Here's Hickey. Hickey, another shot into the pads of Heathouse. He covers up. Minute and 22 left, excuse me, on the 4-on-4. 4 minutes left in period number 2.
And you saw Nick Leon there just go in front of Heathouse, trying to blind him, and that's what you got to do when you have a lot of offensive plays and a lot of time on the attack, because you need those guys to kind of screen the goalie and get those garbage goals like we always talk about, and try to get the tip-ins and the rebounds.
Greenberg wins the face-off, peels off, looks for a shot. That's into the glove of Heathouse as Bach was there looking for a rebound. We'll do it again.
Good strength there by Greenberg by basically 2 defenders there and getting a shot on goal. And getting the face-off as well, so really good strength there. You don't think that Greenberg has a lot of strength. He's kind of a small guy, but you'll be very surprised.
So out comes Zach Henderson looking for Chang. And no icing called as Chang was there to negate the icing call. 1 minute left on the 4-on-4 before the Cal State will go back on the power play for 37 seconds. Here's Rob Bach for Ron Coletta. Coletta out through center ice, just trying to dump it in, and he punches the puck deep to the left or to the right of Heathouse. Bach's there. Out for Coletta. He takes a shot into the pads. Heathouse, he covers it up. 30 left on the 4-on-4. 3:17 left in period number 2.
So far in this second period, I mean, it's really been a fast-paced second period. A lot of shots on goal from each team. So the goalies are really getting to work. They're working in the second period. Bonin only had about 10 or 11 shots on him in the first. He has about already 20 shots on him in this second period. So far, both goalies getting a lot of work.
Face-off won by Cal State, taken now by Yarder. Yarder dumps it in the Husky zone, and that's going to be icing as Herlin did a good job of hustling. 20 left on the 4-on-4, 3 minutes left in period number 2. Coming up in the second intermission report, we'll give you an update on the Thursday night football game between Washington and Minnesota. I believe there's some college football tonight. A couple games.
I'll have to check, yeah.
And then we'll do the NHL scoreboard, go over period number 2, and look forward to period number 3, all coming up in the second intermission report. Cal State has that one up off the glass. Here's Ryan Cruz. Nice stick there by Troy Herlin. Puck gets back to center ice, taken by Brandon Booth. Now for Yarder. Yarder takes a shot from the blue line that goes wide. 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And that's going to be icing with 6 seconds left on the clock. 2:44 left in the frame.
These are probably the most icings I've seen in a game.
Yeah.
I've seen in a game in a while, because I think there's been about, I would say 8 on Cal State and about probably maybe 15 on Northern Illinois. So a lot of icings, a lot of missed passes, just trying to get the puck out. But you got to cut down on those icings, really.
In a face-off circle, it's going to be Sensulo, and he wins it. Sensulo down for Yarder. He takes a shot patted away there by Nick Bonin. As one penalty's over, and the Huskies are going to go on the penalty kill for another 30 seconds. 2:30 left in the second period. 5-3 Northern Illinois. Taken by Taylor Castle. Taylor Castle for Yarder. Yarder dumps it into the right of Bonin, where Hickey can take it in the near side corner boards. Now swings it around for Stetz. Stetzinger looking for a lane. He finds it for Nedzila. Neds drops it for Pounds. And he gets taken off the puck. Here's Chris Florentine now finding Castle. Castle gets into the offensive zone. Winds up, takes a shot into the glove of Nick Bonin. Good save through a screen there. 1:52 left on the power play. 5-3 Huskies.
Yeah, so far Bonin, he had a really good first period there, having a solid second period. He let those 2 power play goals in. Really couldn't do anything about that first power play goal off a tip in. Then the third goal that they got, it was really, he should have corralled it a little bit quicker. He couldn't do it, so, but he's having another solid night.
Here's Hickey up off the glass looking for Leon. He battles there with Ramos. And here's Joe Boris. Joe Boris comes out through center ice. Now into the Titans offensive zone. Here's Troy Hickey up on the play. Shot! That one's off a skate of a Titan out in front of Heat House. So he was lucky there to get the help. Bonin's just going to cover it up. Actually, the puck is loose. And finally, he gets a whistle. Looked like he wanted to play that, but the refs blew it. 1:19 left in the period. Both teams are now at full strength.
And what I just realized in this game is Northern Illinois actually has a lot of young fans. There was a lot of kids yelling for him in the beginning of the game. I didn't know that they were. Basically, obviously, these kids look up to them with them playing hockey and everything. But you really. You kind of see that how big of role models these guys are.
Well, and also, I'll say something in a minute. Is that one's shot saved by Bonin. 1:07 left in frame. And it also helps that you have the Cyclones here, which is the house team, and they have a lot of teams and a lot of players that play for this organization. And I know that the Huskies help out. I think it's like once a week with Cyclones practice.
Yep.
So they know the players. They've seen them around. They've seen them on the ice. And like you said, it's just these kids really look up to them, even though they're only in college.
Yeah.
Face-off won by Cal State with 1 minute left in the period. Taken by Sensulo's shot, and that one goes to the slot. And the big save there by Bonin on Sensulo's wrist shot. And Sensulo gets it back as the Huskies can't clear the zone. Good play there by Nedzila, and he's going to take a penalty, I believe. That was a good play by Nedzila to not allow a shot. And with 34.5 left in the frame, the Huskies are going to go back on the penalty kill.
I wasn't sure about that penalty because I thought he got the puck first before he tripped the Cal State guy. I always thought it was kind of like soccer. If you at least get the puck or the ball before you trip the guy, I always thought it wasn't a penalty. But I could be wrong on that. But I thought that
me too. Well, that's what I thought. I thought he had got the puck.
Yeah, I thought he got the puck. So I'm not sure if that's the greatest call, but that's the second time. Nedzila is going to be in the box.
And that's the second time that the Huskies have taken a penalty inside the 42nd, inside the 19:26 mark of the period.
And you never want to do that because then they could get maybe a goal before the period and get a lot of momentum.
So Cal State wins the face-off. Here's Castle up to the point. That one's dumped in deep, but Troy Hurlin's there looking for Greenberg. But nonetheless, the Huskies clear the zone. 20 seconds left in the frame. 1:45 left on the 2-minute tripping call on Brandon Nedzila. And here comes Cal State centering pass out front. They score. Power play goal by Sean Seligumba. And the Huskies' lead shrinks to just one with 6.5 seconds left in period number 2.
And Northern Illinois penalty kill was really great coming into this game, but now they've allowed 3 power play goals. I mean, 2 off that 5-minute major, and then just 1 there. I mean, I think you're really starting to see what Nick Remley did on that penalty kill, because their penalty kill with him on it was great. But now they've given him 3 power play goals for Cal State.
So that's going to do it for the second period. And the Huskies started out with a 3-1 lead, and now they only lead 5-4 after 40 minutes of play. Duffy, what do you think the difference was between period number 1 and period number 2?
Well, I mean, in that period, it was a tale of runs. 2 goals by Northern Illinois unanswered, and then 3 goals by Cal State unanswered. So, I mean, really the difference in this second period from the first is that we can't be taking bad penalties, because without Nick Remley on that penalty kill, it just seems like our penalty kill, it just isn't the same. Even though it's been doing decently with all the penalties that they've been taking, but you got to hope that they can't keep taking those bad penalties, and you got to hope that they do better in the third period.
Well, coming up in the second intermission report, we'll go over period 2, look forward to period 3, go over the NHL scoreboard as well as any football or college games that are going on. Huskies lead 5-4 after 40 minutes. You're listening to Huskies Hockey on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed,
680 to 90,
could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Over here at jamsonair.com, we play anything and everything. You might hear... Or how about this tasty track?
I wanna get you in the back seat, windows up, that's the way you like it.
We have them all.
Lollipop, 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 lollipop.
Well, maybe not that. jamsonair.com. Radio when you want it.
We know balancing family, friends, work, and free time keeps you busy. We want to help you start your day off right. Whether you're visiting for business or for pleasure, you'll always get a clean and fresh Hampton bed. Free high-speed internet access, free hot breakfast served daily with fresh baked waffles and hearty oatmeal with toppings, friendly, helpful service, and much more. For one rate. Guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, we don't expect you to pay. That's our commitment and your guarantee. That's 100% Hampton. Go to hamptoninn.com to find the nearest location. Hampton Inn & Suites, the official hotel of NIU.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah?
Do you want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to ride the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
The one with the reverse flip?
Yeah.
Well, you can't.
Huh?
You see, Billy, when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have done with it, including going to the state fair.
Oh, man.
Cheer up. This year, your parents will make it right. They're going to visit EnergySavers.gov, where they'll get tips on how to save energy and money. Then they'll add extra insulation and get a few of those Energy Star appliances. They could save hundreds of dollars a year. And you know what, Billy?
What?
They'll take you to the state fair next year.
But I want to go this year.
I know you do, Billy. I know you do. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have you always wanted to be on radio or television? Don't lie to yourself, of course you have. That means that you need to come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. At ICB, you'll learn everything you need to know. Hands-on training in audio programming, video editing, and much, much more. Financial assistance is available for those who qualify, so you've got no excuse. Go online to beonair.com or call 630-916-1700 for more information. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where your career begins.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Growling Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey. Now let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus for more NIU hockey.
We're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network. Huskies lead 5-4 after 40 minutes of play here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Tale of two periods, I would say, for the Huskies. They gave up three power play goals. Two of them came on a 5-minute major to Tyler Sukel.
Yep.
So that was the major blow. All three goals coming on the power play for Cal State there in the second period.
Well, and again, NIU's just having trouble keeping the lead. I mean, again, they're kind of staying back on their heels and then letting the team back in the game like they did a couple weeks ago, like they've done all season, really.
Well, Duffy, let's go over your keys to the game first, and then we'll get to the scoreboards. Please let the people know what they were, and I would definitely say they're down from period number one.
Yeah, the period number one was really great. Period number two with Weems, Brzezinski, and
Bilecki?
And Bilecki, yeah, thank you. And Bilecki, I mean, they did decently in that second period. The fourth line of Weems and Bilecki and Gorzyka are doing still pretty good. They just didn't get any points in that period. And then Brzezinski, he has a goal and an assist on his first game back from 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's going decently right now, but in that second period, not that great. Second key was we need to stop their big forwards and their stars of Cancillo and Salgumba.
Yep.
And I'm not sure who got the goals for them and the assists, but
the only two of the three goals I only caught one of the goal scorers, and that was Sally Goomba.
Okay, so
that would be 20 points.
Yeah, that'd
on the
be
year.
20 points on the year. So yeah, you got to stop those stars. So again, not great. And then the third key, keep their defensive men in check because you saw that they got I think a couple goals in the power play, one off the tip right there. So you got to keep those defensive men in check in this third period because there are a lot of goal scorers there.
Well, let's go over the NHL scoreboard. I'll give you time to do the football one here. The only game right now in progress, 4:10 left in period number 3. St. Louis is winning against Calgary. Goals for St. Louis on the power play, Vladimir Tarasenko, along with Maxime Lapierre and Alexander Steen. Goals for Calgary were Tim Jackman and Mike Camilleri, with Barrera, who got his first NHL start against the Hawks the other night for Calgary, and Brian Elliott for St. Louis. The two late games tonight, a struggling Buffalo team takes on the Los Angeles Kings, and in a really good matchup, I think, in the West, the 10-1-4 San Jose Sharks take on the 10-5-2 Vancouver Canucks.
Yep.
So those are two good games in the Western Conference tonight. Let's send it over to you, Duff. You have the two college football scores.
Yeah, like you said, there's two huge football games tonight. Oregon versus Stanford. Stanford beating them 17-0. Oregon is supposed to be this powerhouse offense, and they have no points so far in the first half. So Stanford doing a great job of stopping them. Right now, Oklahoma, number 10, going against number 6, Baylor.
Yeah.
And Baylor's beating them in the third with about 1:57 left in the third, 31-12. So their offense is still doing pretty good, stopping Oklahoma's offense. So they're winning 31-12 right now. In the NFL, Redskins are up 27-20 after the Vikings just scored because it was 27-14 just 2 seconds ago, and Vikings just scored. So Redskins are up only a touchdown right now.
And then that's a struggling Minnesota team. I think they're 1-7?
1-7, I think. And then the Redskins, I think, are 3-5.
Yeah.
So they're decent, and they can maybe still win their division because that division is pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
And then really quick with the basketball scores, Lakers are beating the Rockets 31-21, and the Heat are beating the Heat beat the Clippers 102-97. So a big win for the Heat there.
Well, we're going to take our final commercial break here of the second intermission report. When we come back, we'll have period number 3, and we'll also give you our keys to a victory. Not only Duffy's, but we'll preview period 3 and what the Huskies have to do to get better.
Yep.
Huskies lead 5-4, second intermission. You're listening to Huskies Hockey and the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network.
Hey, Billy?
Yeah?
Do you want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to ride the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
The one with the reverse flip?
Yeah.
Well, you can't.
Huh?
You see, Billy, when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have done with it, including going to the state fair.
Oh, man.
Cheer up. This year, your parents will make it right. They're going to visit EnergySavers.gov, where they'll get tips on how to save energy and money. Then they'll add extra insulation and get a few of those Energy Star appliances. They could save hundreds of dollars a year. And you know what, Billy?
What?
They'll take you to the state fair next year.
But I want to go this year.
I know you do, Billy. I know you do. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have you always wanted to be on radio or television? Don't lie to yourself, of course you have. That means that you need to come to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. At ICB, you'll learn everything you need to know. Hands-on training in audio programming, video editing, and much, much more. Financial assistance is available for those who qualify, so you've got no excuse. Go online to beonair.com or call 630-916-1700 for more information. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where your career begins.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to NIU Huskies Hockey. Now let's send it back to Stephen and Marcus for more NIU hockey.
We're back here on the NIU Huskies Hockey Radio Network, just about ready for period number 3. Like you said, a tale of two periods. Huskies were strong in period number 1, and then penalties just killed them in period number 2, giving up 3 power play goals to only to knock their lead down from 2-1.
Yeah, so I mean the big thing in this third period is going to be stay out of the penalty box, because obviously the penalty kill without Nick Remley, you can see it's not as good, because Nick Remley was your big penalty killer. He was out there usually about a minute for the penalty kill, so that's a big loss for them, and you just got to stay out of the penalty box to stay in the lead here, it seems, because 5-on-5 we are destroying them in the 5-on-5, but when they get in that power play, they seem to get a lot of shots on goal on Bonnet, so you got to hope that they stay out of the penalty box and get a lot of shots on goal on keep getting shots on goal on Heat House, because we got 5 goals on them right now, and like I thought we would get about 6 or 7 goals tonight, which I think we could still do.
Yeah, I think we can still score. We just have to, like you said, stay out of the penalty box.
Yep.
Go back to fundamentals like we did in period number 1 and early on in period number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a 5-1 lead.
Yep.
In period, 5-1 lead. Early on in period 2.
Well, like I said, it was a tale of runs in that second period. We got 2 goals right off the bat in about 30 seconds, and then they got 3 goals in about 2 minutes. I mean, and so it was a tale of runs there. So 2 unanswered by us, and then 3 unanswered by them. So I mean, we got to keep, when they get it. If either one of us gets a goal, we got to keep the run going, and if they get a goal here in this period, we got to keep composed. Do not let them get another goal and keep getting on the run.
So tomorrow, as the teams come out on the ice, tomorrow night the Huskies will start a 2-game road trip against Illinois State and the Redbirds. They only have 2 losses on the season, so it's a strong Redbird team coming in to tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow night's game actually starts at 9:10 from the Pepsi Ice Center down at ISU, so call time for us will probably be about 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before game time. That'll be here live on our Ustream channel. And then on Saturday, we play an afternoon game at 3 o'clock. So we will go on the air at about 2:40, 2:45 for the pregame show, and then we'll have puck drop for you after that. If you can't make it to the games or you can't listen, follow us on Twitter at NIU Hockey TV or Facebook.com/NIU Hockey Radio Network for all your in-game updates as the Huskies take on the Red Hot Redbirds.
And it looks like to start this period it's going to be Rosinski, Leon, and Boris the first line, and then Hickey and Stets on the defensive side. So that's going to be your starting lineup for the second period.
And for a guy that's gotten was said to have had limited time tonight, Stets has played a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I mean Pickett you haven't seen a lot out there, but Stets you have seen a lot with limited time.
As that one's knocked out of midair, but controlled by Yarder of Cal State, and we're underway here in period number 3. Huskies looking to get their first win since 2 weeks ago, or a week ago Friday, as they won 8-1 against Eastern Illinois. Like I said, they were 2-3-1 coming into tonight's game in their last 6. So struggling team coming in to tonight's contest. Here's Yarder. Pass picked off there by Rosinski. Rosinski gets in the offensive zone, evades a check by Yarder. Gets in, stuff attempt. Heathouse is down to make the save. And back comes Castle. Castle's pass gets picked off by Coletta. Now down near side corner boards behind Heathouse. He's there to corral for Yarder. Yarder comes out to the left of his goaltender, but taken by Nick Leon. Now for Ned Zila. And now it's Sally Goomba who scored a power play goal there in period number 2. And here's a shot right off the face mask off of Boris' shot. And it looked like it rattled Heathouse, but he took it right in the puss.
That stunned him right there, right in the mask.
Here's Ned Zila looking for Troy Hurlin. He backhands it near side corner boards, taken by Ron Coletta, who backhands it, but the Cal State Fullerton Titans cleared all the way down, and that's going to be icing. 18:22 left in the period. 5-4, your Huskies lead.
And so far, the first good start out of the 3 periods, because the first and second period, in the first 4 or 5 minutes, they were always having slow starts. In this third period, they've started very fast, very good, and they've kept it in the Cal State zone pretty much the whole time. So they're doing a great job so far.
So it looks like somebody take a timeout.
Yep, Cal State I think took a timeout there.
So timeout to Cal State Fullerton here early on in period number 3 with 18:22 left. So a little line changing there. Rosinski was out there with Ned Zila, but now Greenberg and Sukel are out there.
Now back to the goalie controversy. Do you think that with Bonin letting up 4 goals here so far, do you think that maybe Hare gets the start tomorrow?
To be honest, I think 3 of those goals were not Bonin's fault.
Yeah.
So
the only goal that I thought was his fault is the one that kind of came off the boards, and he should have corralled it right away, and he didn't, and they ended up getting it right off the board.
But
so
that's it.
That's it. Yeah. The other 3 goals were very tough on him, and I think he's had a pretty decent night. But I don't know. Just maybe give Hare a start, see what he does against ISU. I don't know.
I mean, you're gonna have to give him a start before the showcase, whether it be Friday or whether it be Saturday. But you're not gonna. You can't let him come in cold.
Yeah, you can't keep him. You can't keep him out of the ice for this long.
No.
I mean, he's been off the ice for about 3 weeks now. I mean, like we said, you just gotta hope that he gets back here on the Friday or Saturday.
As Sukel backhands it in on Heathouse, looking to cover it was the goaltender, but the Huskies control. Here's Grandpa Brian Pickett, and finally taken there by Ramos. Ramos gives it up for Schwartz. For Pickett now, and he's just going to send it in around Heathouse in the near side corner boards. Here's Sukel and Ned Zila. Neds gets it around for Greenberg. Far side corner boards, now to the point for Schwartz. Schwartz has his pass picked off, and that's going to be an icing, but the puck goes right on net, so shot on goal from the far blue line, and Cal State pumps it back in behind Nick Bonin. Here's Kevin Schwartz for Mark Greenberg. Greenberg passing it for Sukel off his skate, but it gets into the offensive zone. He battles there with Henderson. Now Sukel drop pass for Ned Zila. Ned Zila looking for Pounds out in front, and he gets stopped point blank by Heathouse. Far side corner boards is Yarder and Ned Zila, and Cal State's Ryan Cruz dumps it all the way in, and that's going to be knocked down with a high stick. No icing. And the whistle blows, knocked down with the high stick as I predicted. 16:55 left in the frame, 5-4 Cal State Fullerton.
And with Weems having such a good game here, having a goal and an assist, doing a great job on the fourth line, do you think that Weems might get to come with Northern Illinois to the D2 team to ISU?
To be honest, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
As much as I like Weems, he's a hell of a hockey player. He's a great leader. And the whistle blows as the puck is up on top of the net. I just don't think D3 can go without having Weems or even Bielecki up with D2 for this weekend against Northwestern because they're shorthanded as it is already.
Yeah, that's true. That's why, and you really only want to bring them up if you have a lot of injuries on D2. Right now we don't. You're probably going to get Remley back hopefully this weekend, so...
Well, I mean...
You're probably right. With Weems and Bielecki, they're probably going to go back down to D3 this weekend.
Yeah, and this is nice when you have a game like this on a Thursday night when D3 isn't playing. You can give those guys a look.
Yeah.
Now, D3 will be playing in the showcase as well on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, you're not even going to have the services of those players next weekend. As LJ battles with Castle in the near side corner boards Husky zone. Box clearing attempt comes up off of Chang. Chang regains. Centering pass, but that one's blocked out by Hickey. There's a shot from the point. That one gets deflected up off the crossbar. Chang back for Sally Goomba. Now Hickey looking for a clearing attempt, but Bach actually picked it out of the air. It looked like it was going to go off the glass. Bach now for Joush. Now Bach has it through center ice. And he gets a nice pass there by Pounds. 1-on-3 is Bach, and he hits the outside of the goal post. And then gets taken down for his troubles as that one gets deflected off into the seats here on the near side. 15:38 left in the period. 5-4 the score.
And you mentioned Bach almost beat Heat House there right over the glove side. Missed off the goalpost. So a nice shot there by Bach. A nice snipe shot. And he hasn't had a point in about a week, probably 2 weeks. So he's kind of been on a cold streak. You hope that he gets back onto into that goal scoring.
Especially with him being the home captain. I think he's the home captain.
Yep.
Stetz dumps this one in and around near side half boards, looking to keep in his Hurlin. He does, just to the half boards. At fourth line of Bielecki, Gorzica, and Weems is out there with Hurlin and Stetz on defense. Good pick by Stetzinger. Gets into the offensive zone. Weems sends it into the near side corner boards, now around behind Heat House. Weems battles there with Sensulo. Here's Gorzica with a shot pad save there by Heat House. Puck jumps him up into the air. Stetzinger controls at center ice. Now taken by number 14, Trevor Nielsen, and a good save there by Bonin. Another second save on the Titans forward. Here comes Gorzica. It's Gorzica with a shot into the pad, in and out of the pads of Heat House, and the Huskies can't control as Weems gives a little slash there to Florentine. There's another shot into the chest of Bonin. He's going to cover up. 14:32 left in the game. Huskies still up by a goal, 5-4.
You know, I mean, I think I've seen only one bad shift by that fourth line of Weems and Bielecki. I mean, you could see that the coach really likes that shift because he puts them out there a lot, almost irregularly, because he's really liked what they've done tonight.
Now that fourth line is either gotten a goal or an assist, or they've had control of the puck in the offensive zone for more than 15-20 seconds.
Yep.
Here's Pickett up on the rush. He takes a shot that goes wide off the boards. He might have known that those were bouncy boards. Here's Rosinski now. Looking for Leon. Here comes Leon with a shot trying to go glove side high. And he blows it over the net. To retreat is Joe Boris for Kevin Schwartz. Schwartz looking for Rosinski. Can't handle the bouncing pass. Taken by Ryan Cruz of the Titans. Cruz is picked off there by Boris, and it's going to be a 3-on-3 coming back with Leon, Rosinski, and Jobo. And Boris is going to be offsides. Whistle blows, 13:48 left in the game. Huskies still lead by a goal, 5-4.
Yeah, and you haven't seen a lot of offsides tonight. You've seen a lot of icing, but you really haven't seen a lot of offsides. I've only seen about 2 or 3, which is very surprising because a lot of these lines are kind of new lines for Northern Illinois. So you thought that there would be maybe more offsides, but so far they're doing a pretty good job in that.
Here's Ned Zila. He wins the face-off to Hickey, and he's going to dump it in behind Heat House. Here's Ned's battling the puck carrier. That's Yarder. Yarder gives it away to Castle, but kept in there by Ron Coletta. But Cal State comes out quick. Now Hickey has it. And Sukel's there to corral. They battle in right in front of the scorekeeper's bench here. Out to center ice is Hickey, and he dumps it in, but not all the way in. In control there is Yarder. Yarder looking to go through center ice, can't do it. Back in come the Huskies. Here's Sukel on Yarder. Kept in by, just out of the blue line, and Coletta's got to dump it back in so they avoid the offsides. Around behind Heat House is Yarder. Again, Yarder having a lot of time on the ice today. That one gets there. Actually, Cal State player gets taken down by the referee, actually. And now it's controlled by Castle. He comes into the offensive zone. Good hands there going through the legs of Nedzila. Out to the point. Here comes the shot into the glove of Nick Bonning. Good second traffic save there made by the former Chicago Steel goaltender. Huskies up 5-4. Just about halfway through period number 3.
So far, Nick Bonnin's had really a good third period here because remember, they made a couple. He made a couple great saves about a couple minutes ago, getting all the way back for that second save because he was out of position, but he ended up getting back for that. So he's had a really good third period here. Let's hope that continues in the last 12 minutes here.
So out comes Cal State. Here's Sensulo with a shot, and that one gets deflected the far side corner boards. Near side boards, here's Bach. Bach trying to look for Brian Pounce. That one just goes wide on the shot. And then net comes off its moorings. Looking for a delayed game call. I don't think they're going to get it as Bono was going post to post. 12-11 left in the frame. 5-4 the score. Just giving a schedule update here for Cal State. This is the first of 4 games in Illinois that they're going to play. Play tonight against Northern Illinois. Tomorrow against Loyola Chicago. Friday and Saturday. And then at DePaul on Sunday. So 4 straight away games in Illinois for Cal State.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very rough weekend for them. Well, a lot of games for them this weekend.
Huskies are doing the legwork, facing them right off the bat to help, to kind of soften the blow for the other 3 teams, or the other 2 teams for the other 3 games.
Yeah.
We rejoin the play. 11:50 left in the period, and the puck comes back into the Husky zone. Here's Stetzinger. Sends it in on goal as that was deflected, so no icing. Taken by Henderson, out through center ice, finding Sensulo. Sensulo and Cruz up on the rush. Sensulo with a shot, second shot, and Stetz is there to block it. And control. Stetzinger and Rob Bach, 2-on-2 here. Bach comes into the offense, so Stetz has a blowout, and Bach takes a shot, and Heathouse is there to make the save. Here's big Rob Bach. Odd angle shot, stopped by Heathouse. Far side corner boards is Boris. Drop pass for Bach. Another drop pass, this time for Rosinski. Centering pass looking for Boris. And the Titans clear the puck with 11 minutes left in the game. Huskies still up 5-4.
And you see the 2 defenders, Stetz and Pickett, out there that are supposed to be getting limited times, but so far they've been playing a lot this game. I've seen.
Yeah, it's something you'll have to ask Coach when you interview him tomorrow. Why they decided to give him a little bit more minutes than limited time. Here's Justin Rosinski. Now for Joe Boris with Leon up on his wing. Boris gets tripped up at the blue line, and the puck comes back to center ice. Schwartz has it. Now for Hickey for Boris. Still in the neutral ice. Gives it for Nick Leon. Nick Leon, good stick handling move there. And he's not going to get through 4 players.
And you see Justin Rosinski going off the ice very slow there. I think he got a big hit there. And he might be re-injured.
Here's Nedzila. And that's going to be a shot up off the crossbar, up over the crossbar. And that one goes through the blue paint. Here come the Titans with a little pressure. Nielsen sends it in behind Bonin, but now taken by Schwartz. Here comes Kevin Schwartz, backhands it into the zone, and Rosinski kind of stretching it out. Now, his hip was the problem.
Yeah.
So he's just leaning over the bench, trying to collect himself right now. And out come the Titans. Here's Sally Goomba with a goal already tonight. Here's a shot into the glove of Bonnie. He's going to get the whistle. No pushing and shoving, but nothing else. 9:34 left in the period. 5-4 the score.
I'm not sure what happened to Justin. I'm not sure. He might have gotten hit, but yeah, he got up really slow, skated to the bench very slow. So hopefully he's going to be all right and get back out there on the ice.
Standing up there, still trying to gather his thoughts. As it's going to be Nedzila getting tossed from the circle. Sukel's in there, and he wins it. Hurlin looking for Nedzila. Good stick there. Here come the Titans. Here's Misha Chang. Troy Hurlin around behind Bonin. And he has a giveaway. Here's Chang point into the slot. They have a give and go. Big glove save by Bonin. Another one! Oh, good save by Bonin as he goes post to post to rob Chang of a second chance opportunity.
Wow, that was Bonin's best sequence of this game and maybe of the year. That was really great.
Wow.
There. He was down and it looked like It looked like he was down and out, but he ended up getting back up somehow and getting that second glove save. Really great job to keep Northern Illinois in the lead 5-4.
Face-off one. Here's Mark Greenberg. Guys, a 1-on-2 actually, I should say. Puck gets dumped in the near side face-off circle, Titan zone. Taken by Jake Yarder. Yarder dumps it in through center ice in the far side half boards. Ron Coletta's up off the glass. And it hit a Husky player on the bench. The whistle stops play. 8:52 left in the frame. 5-4 Huskies.
And you know what I've seen a lot tonight? I've seen those face-offs of like trying to get those quick plays. I mean, I wonder if the coach kind of worked on with that in the practice this week, because there's been a lot of those where the winger just goes right out really quick and gets the quick offensive right there again. So I wonder if he's really worked on that with them this week of practice.
Well, he said in the interview that they were rejoining. Here's Pilecki with a shot. Score! Oh no! It went off the crossbar. Oh, he had Heathouse beat blocker's side, and it hit right off the corner. I had thought he went in, but the ref said no. And again, that fourth line doing wonders.
Yep, Weems and Pilecki. Pilecki almost getting his first goal of the game.
Here's Coletta now around Bonin. Finds Gorsica. Now for Pickett. Back for Coletta in the Husky zone. Huskies trying to regroup. Up off the glass, and that should be icing. And it is, as Weems was there to try to negate it. He wasn't fast enough. 8 minutes left in the game. 5-4 the score, but good save by Bonin on one side leads to a great chance for Bilecki on the other side.
Yeah, Bilecki, I mean, really just a great shot. And like you thought, I mean, it looked like a goal to me, too. I mean, it was very loud off the crossbar.
Oh, yeah, it was.
We can hear it all the way up here. Yep. I mean, so that was very loud, and it really just missed it over the blocker side of Heathouse.
Rejoin the play. Here's Bilecki and Weems again with a 2-on-2. Up is Gorsica on the rush. Bilecki has a shot go off the skate of Trevor Nielsen, and Nielsen regains control out through center ice over the Cyclones logo. And that's going to be an offsides play, as I believe Cruz was just ahead of the puck.
And like I've always said, that's going to make a coach pull his hair out, because you had a 2-on-1, you could have gotten a good chance out of it, and you end up going offsides. But like we were saying, I think that the coach was doing some nice drills maybe in practice, getting these wings out quick on these face-offs, like we've been seeing all night.
Excuse me, like I was going to say, when I asked him what they did in practice in that interview, and it looks like there's going to be double minors here. One's a slash and one's a high stick.
And he's jawing at Hickey right now. Number 27 of Cal State, Cody Painter. Yep.
So Hickey's going to go for the high stick, and Painter with the slash.
And they're still jawing at each other in the penalty box, so obviously Painter did not like too kindly what Hickey did to him. But
well, that's what he's the agitator.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's kind of that guy that he always asks the ref like what happened on the penalty, and also he just kind of really agitates you like Dave Bolin or something like that.
Yeah. As we're waiting to get the time up on the clock, should be two dueling. I don't know how you say that. 2-2-minute minors.
Yeah.
For Hickey and Painter. But I was gonna say, Coach said in practice they didn't really do much in the way of system work.
Yeah.
Like he said, they were just trying to get guys' legs going, trying to get them back, having fun in the game.
Yep.
When I was in practice last Monday, all they did were like 2-on-1 drills, 3-on-2, 4s-on-3. So to kind of make it fun again, because you could really tell that the guys were down after Florida and Eastern, because they knew they should have probably swept Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, and it's good to always get those guys back having fun again. So that's a good job by the coach.
So we rejoin the play. Nick Leon has the puck, far side boards. Looking for Rosinski, but that pass is picked off So we have 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and 38 seconds. Here's Justin Rosinski is back out on the ice and with Leon. Rosinski now back for Boris with a shot. Good diving block out in front by Sigic to take away the shot from Boris.
You see Coach Chuck Ronaldo has 3 forwards out there right now. Hurlin, the only defenseman on a 4-on-4.
It's kind of like what Coach Q does sometimes.
Yep.
You have that top line of like Kane, Taves, and Hoser, and then you just have probably Keith on the defense or Seabrook.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little bit more offensive power out there. Here's Nick Leon with a good keep. Now Joe Boris has some room, looking for a hat trick. He's already got one this year. Here's Hurlin, far point now for Leon, near side half boards. For Rosinski, has some room with a shot. Goal! I think that was off of Joe Boris. I think Boris got a skate on it.
Yep, I think that's a hat trick. Yep, for Joe Boris, and you see, the PA announcer throwing his hat already. Yep, and I think it's a hat trick, and it's going to be 6-4 now on Northern Illinois. Really, just a great job. Another assist by Rosinski there. He's having a good night in the goal and 2 assists. Joe Boris now 3 goals, 2 assists, if that does count as a goal for him. So really a great night by those two.
So 50 seconds still left on the 4-on-4. 6-4 now Huskies lead. We get that 2-goal lead back with 6:19 left as Bonham makes a short side save. Taken by Stetzinger up off the boards for Brian Pickett. Pickett there battling with Chang. Now you got 4 guys in the corner. Finally one there by Florentine. Florentine behind Bonin, skates to the far side half boards, now out to the point. Here's Yarder with a shot in and out of the glove of Bonin, and he's lucky that it didn't go to the, and it's going to be another penalty. It's got to be Pickett again. As Pickett and Chang went hard into the boards, and Pickett's going to get the penalty.
No, I don't think there's. Oh, yep. Yep. He was going back to the bench like there was no penalty, but yeah, the ref's going to bring him over for looks like a 4-on-3 for Cal State.
So it'll be the 5th power play. They're already 1 for 4. That's at 14:08 of period number 3.
Yeah, Cal State's 3 for 4 right now on the power play. Really doing a good job, and we're having a tough time on the penalty kill right now for Northern Illinois. So let's hope that they can kill off this penalty after Hickey gets out of the box.
Another face-off win there by Sukel, and the Huskies clear the zone. So 4-on-4 hockey for another 8 seconds before the Titans will go on their 5th power play of the night. They've already got 3, and 2 of them came on the 5-minute major to Sukel. Here's Stetzinger out through center ice. Here comes Troy Hickey out of the box. Puck comes to the left of Nick Bonin. 1:37 left on the Titan power play. And that one gets dumped down. 5:24 left in the game. Heathouse is back to control. And it's Greenberg up on the forecheck with Tyler Sukel. Greenberg back for Hurlin to kill some time off.
Playing keep away right now. That's what you got to do on the penalty kill.
Here's Stetz out through center ice into Booth's stick. Booth now over for Sensulo. Here's Tyler Sukel looking for a shorthanded goal, and that one gets taken down. Almost.
Great hustle.
Almost got it. Here's Greenberg looking for a shot. That one gets blocked out by Sensulo. So the Huskies got 2 good chances shorthanded, but they couldn't bury it. But good efforts by both Greenberg and Sukel on their attempts. And here comes another penalty. I believe it's going to be against Cal State Fullerton. And it's going to be a penalty as the ref is... the linesman is trying to keep the player away from him.
Yeah, you can see he's not very happy right now. He's lucky that he didn't get thrown out of the game there, because refs do not like when players come up to them thinking that they made the wrong call, or they think that they're like telling them that they made the wrong call. So he's very lucky there that he didn't get thrown out.
So at 15:29, the Huskies go back. Both teams go back to 4-on-4 hockey, and then after the Pickett penalty's up, the Huskies will go on the power play.
About 4:37 left on the clock, so not much time left. So this is a very big 4-on-4 here.
Here's Joe Boris circling around near side half boards, centering pass for Nedzila, and now taken by Coletta. Ron Coletta's dad actually reffed the Purdue game 2 weekends ago.
Really?
Before us.
I did not know that. Yeah, I do remember you telling me that, though.
So here's Boris. Up to the point for Troy Hurlin. Someone doesn't have a stick. Here's a shot into the glove of Heat House. That stick came flying from Booth of Cal State Fullerton. 14 left on the 4-on-4. 4:06 left in the game.
But yeah, and you mentioned that a couple weekends ago we were at there, and Purdue was right before us. Got to see my cousin. He's on the D3 team.
He had a big hit, man.
He had one of the best hits we've ever seen. He just lifted this guy and somersaulted him, and
he kind of pulled an LJ where he submarined him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Flipped him up over his head.
It was one of the best hits any of us.
And then he scores a goal.
Yeah, and he scored a goal that game.
So Purdue, I believe Purdue, that was against Robert Morris's black team.
Yeah.
And Purdue won that game. So props to your brother for a big hit, a big goal.
Yeah.
Here's Morris at neutral ice. Troy Hurlin. Back pass for Leon. He sends it in up off the glass. Almost went out of play, but it stayed in. Here's Yarder. And that one comes down for Bonin. He corrals for Hickey, and the Huskies are on the power play for 50 more seconds. Here's Troy Hickey. Out through center ice, out through neutral zone, into the Cal State offensive zone. Centering pass for Boris, but the Titans were there to corral, and they clear the puck again. 35 left on the man advantage, 3:10 left in the game. Puck comes to the near side half board, it's taken by Cruz, looking for a shot, but he fans on it. Rosinski takes it. 3-on-2 if they hustle, but Cruz is back. Here's Nick Leon, and it's going to be offsides on the Huskies. 20 seconds left on the power play, 2:56 left in the game.
Yeah, and you never like to get offsides during a power play there because they were going to have a 3-on-2, but yeah, let's hope that they can, we got about 2:56 left in this period, up 2 goals. Cal State's probably going to pull their goalie in about 50 seconds after the power play here, so you got to hope that we can keep this 2-goal lead and come out with a win here and the end of the game.
Here's Kevin Schwartz, corrals it for Hickey. In the neutral ice, and he gets it into the offensive zone. Heathouse back to corral for Booth. Booth up through center ice, and the penalty expires, so 4 seconds, and now the penalty expires. Both teams are at full strength, and like you said, look for Titans to pull their goalie here within the next minute or so. And there's a score! J.C. Weems from Corsica, and the fourth line connects again.
And you just see I'm looking at the bench right now. You just see the coaches over there smiling. I mean, they just love J.C. Weems. Everybody does. He's the captain of the D3 team. He's been the second captain of tonight, and he has 2 goals and an assist. I mean, he's had a great game out of D3, and he's really shown the coaches why he should have been on the D2 team instead. But he's having a great year so far.
Hey, I mean, he's already got 3 points tonight.
Yep.
Why not bring him down to ISU?
I mean, you never know. He's having a great night.
So the Huskies' 3-goal lead is restored as Pickett went for a submarine hit and he didn't collect. Here's Bilecki battling in the far side corner, board to the Yarder, and Bilecki wins it. And he gets taken down by Yarder. Bilecki's still getting taken down. And the puck finds its way to LJ behind the net. Here's Weems looking for a centering attempt, now taken by LJ. Huskies got a 3-on-2. Here's Bilecki, good stick there to keep it in. 2 minutes left in the game. Huskies up 7-4. Shot, score! LJ Skameka, and I think Weems is going to get an assist on that one.
Yep, and I think Weems has now 2 goals and 2 assists. Bilecki got an assist on there. I mean, really, the coach is just loving this fourth line right now with Bilecki, Weems, and Gorzica. And then you just saw LJ get his I think, second goal of the year and his second point.
Wow. So the Huskies go up 8-4.
Actually, that's LJ's first goal of the year, and his second point. So his first goal of the year, so that's big for LJ. He's got to be happy about that.
And I think they took the puck for LJ, so here's Joush, Bach, and Pounds, I believe. Yeah, that's Brian Pounds. With 1:52 left, and the Huskies are up 8-4.
And you mentioned that they took the puck because LJ, he's actually a freshman, so that's his first goal of his career at North Illinois.
Good call. Here's Pickett over for LJ. Now for Pounds. Here's Rob Box. Centering pass is broken up there by Cal State. And the Cal State has a 2-on-1. Out comes Painter. Good stick. Good hip check there by LJ to not allow him to take a shot with Sauer. And now the refs have to get in here to break everything up so that nothing gets crazy.
Yeah,
this is when you start tossing guys.
Yeah, you see Cal State's just getting frustrated here, and Jake Jouch is getting in there, making sure that he's protecting the smaller LJ.
And Box taking a few punches to the face, so he's holding his guy down.
Well, and the refs aren't even really looking over there because they're looking at this big pile.
Box like, I can't let you go, man. You don't think you want to challenge Jouch?
Yeah, he's one of the bigger players you're gonna see this year.
So LJ's gone. Definitely some penalties here.
That's too bad because LJ was having a good couple minutes there with a goal, a good hip check there. He was having a good couple minutes. It's too bad that he's gonna have to leave the game early.
So at least one penalty here to Markwell. Jouch is going to come to the penalty box, which I figured as much.
Yep.
So at 18:34, we have a scrum.
And you see J.C. Weems down there trying to figure out what's going on as usual. Yeah. He's the captain of really the D3 team, second captain of this team. And since Nick Remley's out, I mean, really, behind Bach, I guess. Yeah. He's probably still the second captain, but still, I mean, he's just been doing everything tonight.
Jouch is still jawing with Markwell in the penalty box. But yeah, like you said, that is not the guy you want to mess with in the scrum is Jake.
I mean, he's really one of the, like I said, he's going to be one of the biggest players you're going to see. I mean, in a D2 player, you're not going to see a lot of big players like him. He's, like we've been always saying, he's 6'5", 6'6", 250, 260. Yeah. I mean, he's a big boy. You really do not want to mess with that guy.
Kind of like Madonia.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Madonia, I mean, he's a lot bigger than Jake, and he played D3 last year.
Yeah.
It's like a freight train coming down the tracks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not too fast, but yeah, I mean, when they get a hold of you, it's almost like a Pepsi machine kind of coming at you. It kind of hitting you.
It's like, what was that from Longest Yard, Turley?
Yeah.
It's like Turley coming at you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh. So Weems has got the call. He's given the consensus to Coach Ronaldo. So does Cal State.
But again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, with the goalie, I mean, you got to think that with the goalie, it's going to be tough for the coaches what they're going to do with J.C. Weems, if they're going to bring him down to ICU, what they're going to do with Bonnet and Hare, who they're going to start this weekend.
They got a lot of tough calls.
They got a lot of tough calls this weekend coming after this game.
Well, there's a 5-minute major up on the board for Cal State's Payne Sauer. That's at least one penalty. Jouch and Markwell are in the penalty box. LJ's been tossed, so that would probably be a 5-minute.
Yeah, you just saw that Cal State was getting very frustrated there. After 2 goals, they thought they could maybe get back in the game, and then we get 2 goals in about a minute, and now we're up 8-4. But like I thought, I said about 6 or 7 goals. They ended up getting 8 goals with all the guys that they got back. They got Brzezinski back.
Good call.
Really
good call.
Yeah, I mean, with all these guys back, you had to have thought that they were going to have a good offensive night, which they have had. And really, I mean, these coaches have got to love this 4th line right now. Maybe just keep the whole 4th line just for this weekend because you got Weems and Bilecki and Gorzica having a good night too. I mean, just a great job by that 4th line.
So it looks like the Huskies are actually going to get a power play out of this.
Yep.
And they are. So they're 0 for 2 already tonight on the power play. So Jouch is in the box. Markwell's in the box. Wada's in the box. LJ has been tossed, and so has Sauer. Here's Greenberg for Hurlin. Hurlin with a shot that's blocked out in front by Seli Goomba. Pickett for Sukel. Far side half boards. Now for Troy Hurlin with a shot deflected up in the near side corner boards for Greenberg. Now for Troy Hurlin. Back for Greeny. Back for Hurlin. They play give and go. The shot pad save there by Heathouse. Bach looked like he fanned on a shot.
It looked like Bach almost got the garbage goal there, but just couldn't quite get a stick on it.
So face-off is going to be to the left of Heathouse in the Titan zone. Huskies up 8-4.
About a minute left in the 3rd period. 4:30 in the penalty.
So goals, 3 goals by Boris, 2 by Weems, and then Rosinsky, Nadzila, and LJ Skimaka getting his first collegiate goal are all the goal scorers for the Huskies. Here's Brian Pickett. Off the boards for Troy Hurlin with a final minute to play here in the game. Huskies looking to go 7-4-2 on the season before they head down to ISU tomorrow night. Here's a Bach redirect, and that one goes wide on Heat House. Bach battles in the corner to the point for Pickett. 37 left in the period. Down for Troy Hurlin. Here's a pass attempt for Greenberg that jumped over a stick. Now for Pickett down in the corner to the left of Heat House, and he's going to cover it up. 23 and a half left in the period as Greenberg is still jawing down there with Booth.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Northern Illinois is going down to ISU. It's going to be their toughest test besides maybe Florida Gulf Coast because that
probably.
But that's
and just a side note there, Florida Gulf Coast first rankings of the year, number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
And Cal State was number 12.
Really? Okay, so we're actually being a pretty good team here, but the MACA Conference, ISU is the best team, so it's going to be their toughest test in the MACA Conference this year.
That one goes through Schwartz' sticks with just about 15. Bonden's back to play it. I'm going to look up and see if they have the updated MACA standings here for the post-game show. I'm sure they do. As Stetzinger's there to control behind Bonnen. And that is going to finish the game as the Huskies get back onto their winning ways. Improved to 8-4-2 on the season. Score 8 goals. And Bonnen gets this, that would be Bonnen's second win of the season in 4 starts. So he continues his hot streak here at Fox Valley Ice Arena.
Like we said, it's going to be very tough for these coaches. A lot of good questions, what they're going to have to do after this game. Are they going to bring up J.C. Weems? Or are they going to bring up Bilecki? Are they going to keep Bonnen in at goal? So a lot of good questions for these coaches after this game because a lot of good games by those guys. So it's going to be very tough for them what they're going to do for this weekend. But yeah, a great game by Northern Illinois. Ended up winning 8-4. I thought they were going to get about 6 or 7 goals. They ended up getting 8 goals, so even a better offensive night than I thought they would have. Really just a great game by Northern Illinois.
So right now, Illinois State is 7-0 in the MACA Gold Conference. They're was at 5 points ahead of Northern Illinois with 9. Huskies are 4-1-1 in the MACA. So this is really a gut check weekend, especially because 2 of your next 3 games in the showcase, or no, 1 of your 3 games again against ISU is a MACA Gold Conference matchup. So you have 3 in 2 weeks.
Like you said, I mean, you basically got the 2 top teams of the MACA Conference going against each other this weekend. So it's going to be great games. You got to tune into us to watch those games because those are going to be some great games that you're going to be able to watch.
Well, let's go right into the post-game show here. Tomorrow night, Huskies will face off at the Pepsi Ice Center at ISU at 9:10 face-off, about an 8:50 pregame show. And then they'll play at the U.S. Cellular Coliseum, the big house down there, on Saturday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Call time for us will be about 2:40 down in ISU. But tonight, Huskies win 8-4. Weems gets 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. Boris has 4 points, 3 goals, and an assist. Rosinski has 2 points, a goal, and an assist. Nanzila had a goal and an assist. LJ had a goal. And then Sukel added the other helper. So you're getting contributions up and down the lines. And again, you can't say how well Bilecki and Weems played on that 4th line with Gorsica.
Yeah, I mean, they played so well that I would not be surprised if Coach ended up bringing that 4th line just to ISU because he just played a great game tonight. You mentioned against the number 12 team. I mean, against Cal State. So really just a great offensive night. And you get Rosinski back. That's big. Hopefully he's okay because you saw him get off the ice very slow.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's going to be okay for this weekend. Hopefully he's going to get over the injuries and everything. So it's going to be a very good weekend.
Well, what were your overall thoughts on tonight's? It was kind of like Huskies won the first period, lost the second, and then came back and won the third period.
Yeah, because, I mean, they had a bad second period, a lot of bad penalties that they took. Really just a tale of runs in that second period. The first period, really great first period. Letting a goal in the early part of the period, but then came back with 3 unanswered goals. So really just a great first period there. And then the third period here, they were having an okay period, and then this last 5 minutes, they just blew up. I mean, they got 3 goals in about, I would say, in the last 5 minutes. So just really a great great second half of that third period. So it's still not a full 60 minutes. I still have not seen them play a full 60 minutes yet in this.
They're going to need it this weekend.
I'm still really looking forward to seeing what they do in that full 60 minutes because I've seen about 50, 55 minutes. I've still never seen that full 60 minutes. So let's see what they do this weekend. Like you said, they're going to need that full 60 minutes against a good ISU team.
So again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Against ISU down at US Cellular Coliseum. 9:10. Our call will be 8:50.
Yep.
As the Huskies take on the 7-0 Maka Conference team, the Illinois State Redbirds. So for Dan Sanchez, Kim Rona, I'm Marcus, and Stephen Duffy, I'm Marcus Grasson saying, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Huskies win 8-4 and improve to 7-4-2 in the season. So long, everybody.